First thing on the docket, case 221A, we have a situation at the gathering of the Juggalos. Now, before we review the video, Mr. Sean Barrett, you're an expert in Juggalo politics. Is this correct?
That is correct. I've hosted the last 2 gatherings of the Juggalos.
Okay, so to give our jury some context, why don't you tell us about the gathering of the Juggalos?
The gathering of the Juggalos is a no man's land where pretty much anything goes. It is heaven and hell on earth. There's no festival on earth like it.
Okay, why don't we roll a clip?
It is an actual replication of my husband's penis with his ashes in it that I have slowly been spreading around the gathering, and he's here.
Let's run down what we just saw. So it appears that we saw a woman in a mobile transportation device.
You can call it a wheelchair, yeah.
Wearing a shirt that says, I heart pegging?
Pegging men, yes.
I heart pegging men, carrying what appears to be dust or dust-like substance inside of a makeshift dildo that contains what, Mr. Barrett?
The ashes of her late husband.
Okay, so this woman is spreading the ashes of her late husband around a festival. Tell us a little bit more. What type of evidence do we have on whether this is cringe or not cringe, Mr. Barrett?
I mean, I would say it is absolutely not cringe. She is there to spread love, spread her husband everywhere you go. And this is, you got to understand, for the guy from the Juggalos, this is normal. You would not bat an eye at this. You're like, oh, yeah, that's your husband's recreated wiener, and you put his ashes in there. Totally normal, totally fine, totally sane thing. I have absolutely no issue with this. She is spreading love and joy to the Juggalo community.
Honestly, I see no problem with counsel's justification for this. I don't really see this as cringe in any way. Mr. Bray, do we have anything in opposition to say about this?
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop,
right,
whoop, my
good.
brother.
And jury, do we agree this is not a cringe thing? Are there no concerns about personal safety or hygiene spreading ashes of somebody's body around inside of a makeshift dildo made out of, as a replica of his penis?
Is she ash jizzing on people? Or
therein lies the question. Or just on the ground?
She's doing it on the grounds, but you got to understand, this is the gathering of the Juggalos. This is the most tame thing you could possibly see there. We're just coming back from seeing, at one of the seminars, they do a seminar tent, and one guy's just hanging out, having the best time of his life. Somebody decides to throw a giant whippet canister 10, 20 feet in the air, hits the guy in the face, he loses his teeth, gets concussion, and then the crowd just beat the shit out of him. This is really, really kind. This is a beautiful thing this person is doing.
Wait a second. Get back to the whippet story. Some guy throws the whippets in the air.
Oh, yeah.
And the perpetrator, the person who threw the whippets, gets his ass kicked.
Yeah. I mean, justice is here. Justice is at the gathering. That's one thing about the gathering of the Juggalos. They self-police. It is the most inclusive, beautiful place. But if you step out of line, the gavel will strike and justice will become immediate and swift, because you do not do that at a family gathering.
No, that's definitely true. Well, it seems like the jury is not hung on this one. The decisions have been made. So I'm going to make a call here, and I'm going to say that spreading the ashes of your dead husband through a dildo that...
Life-size dildo. This was recreated. He put his hard wiener in one of those little plastic things, and it was recreated. Look at that thing. It's beautiful.
Is it possible to get a zoom on that
beautiful.
To see the detail? So
you don't even need to zoom. Look how big it is. It's huge.
Well, I guess I'm wondering how she managed to make that. Did she make that before his death? She must have taken a mold.
No, they gotta clone your wiener.
Yeah, they got, you never done that clone of Willy?
You never been to the porn store?
Yeah, they got clone of Willy.
They got the clone your wiener.
But you gotta stay hard the whole time.
No disrespect to that woman.
Wait a second. So are you saying that porn stores can clone our wieners?
No. What the fuck? No. The porn.
I like an adult store, sex store.
Let me help these
All
poor
right,
people.
so Mr. Bray, could you elaborate?
I'll take floor. Thank you. When you go to the porn store, you can go in the back. You got like a clone, a penis. What is it called? Replicated.
I believe it's called a clone of Willy.
The clone of Willy, replicated Willy, something like that. You go in there. You just a little bit of mixing. It's easier than making a cake. Yeah. Not that I've done it or anything, but much respect to this woman who made one, and it looks great. I mean, it doesn't look great. It looks beautiful. Look at that thing. The head is bigger than my balls. Like, look at that thing. It is a two-hander. I will tell her. That's a fish out of water.
I feel like the shaft is lacking a little bit of detail work, to be honest with you.
Head's a little off.
I was going to say, it looks like they put all the effort into the anatomy of the head, but the shaft there seems a little smooth. I mean, she could have put a couple veins in there.
If I may judge, I'm trying to zoom in on it for you.
Yeah.
There does appear to be some veins spiraling up to the tip of the shaft.
Yeah, okay. So there was a little bit of detail work, so I have to give this to her. I think this is generally a win. I do have one question for you, Counsel Bray, is How much does it cost to get one's penis replicated at one of these porn
I think it's
stores?
less than $100.
Yeah, it's
Really?
like 60
Less than
bucks.
$100, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know about, because this one's got a hole in it like it's a pepper shaker, so she can spread the ashes everywhere. And that's probably a couple extra bucks. So like, shout out to her. And look how good
That's
her nails
custom.
look too. Like, she's beautiful.
Yeah, if she was also using this as a pepper shaker prior to his death, then that means it's even more special. I would say this is definitely someone who completely loves her husband and is doing things exactly as she should be. If I loved the Gathering of the Juggalos as much as she would, I would be very happy to know that my, sort of post-death penis surrogate is spreading the ashes there. So we're going to make a call here. First case of the day. Not cringe. All right, cool. We've got the Costco guys. So for those who aren't familiar, the Costco guys are a group of influencers who seem to base their entire personalities around Costco. Run the clip.
We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
We're Costco guys. Of course we had to try the new double chunk chocolate cookie.
We're Costco guys. Of course we have to try out the furniture.
We're Costco guys. Of course we work out with the tires.
God.
Costco guys. What the heck is this thing?
Okay.
All right, bud. What do
Just
you
for
think it
reference,
is?
how many views does this video have? That video
A lot.
is fairly popular.
It's got 4.2 mil likes, so I've got to put it at
Yeah,
over 50 million views.
4.2 million likes is very serious. So when people look at America and they think of Americans, this is basically what they think of. A man and his son going through a big box store talking about what they like. Here's another video that shows the Costco guys behind the scenes.
Action. 3, 2, 1. Boom!
No, we're here with Jay Kind of Funny.
No,
Oh, okay.
don't worry.
No, we're here with Jay Kind of Funny first.
We're here with Jay Kind of Funny.
And this is boom. One at a time. Okay.
Oh, director.
This does not seem like satire.
Say the chicken maker or the double
It's not.
chunk.
Ready? And action.
We're here with Jay Kind of Funny.
And this is boom or doom.
The chicken bake.
Or the double chunk chocolate cookie.
I gotta go with the double chocolate cookie.
No, you gotta taste it. You gotta take it. First taste the chicken bake.
Oh.
Then
That's
taste the
very
double chunk
funny.
chocolate cookie and then give your answer.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
Here, try the chicken bake.
Okay.
Good
So,
night.
chickeny, it has bacon.
Oh my goodness.
Savory.
Oh my goodness.
It's so good. It has cheese.
This definitely gets a boom.
This is excruciating to watch. This is a very difficult watch, and the fact that this video continues makes me a little sad for the fate of humanity. For this particular case, we're actually going to call an expert witness to the stand. We've got someone who's specialist in Costco marketing and viral videos being filmed inside of a store. Everybody, welcome to the stand, Costco Cat.
Wait, Costco Cat's here?
Costco Cat's here.
Oh, hell yeah.
So just to reference Costco Cat's credentials, she is commonly known as the Costco Ho. She commonly appeals to her audience by showing off Costco's new deals and does a signature Is this accurate? All right, very good. Thank you so much for joining us. So we have an interesting question that we'll propose to the jury is, are the Costco guys cringe or not cringe? What have they done recently? Does this recent video of a man essentially bullying his son to do social media videos, does this qualify them as a cringe account? Costco Ho, what are your initial thoughts on this?
I don't think he's bullying. I think that he's just being a content creator. Yeah, the way that he's saying it is kind of like it's not friendly, but at the same time, they're like in the food court. He's trying to get this done. He probably doesn't want to get in people's way. And, he's just trying to get he has a vision in mind, and that's what he wants. I don't think he's being mean.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
What are the lawyers deciding?
Have you, Jenna, what's her name? The Nickelodeon girl that came out with that book?
Oh, McCurdy?
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a classic parent making their kid do things in the industry. Seems like maybe he in the beginning was into it, and now it's become this abusive relationship between father and son.
That's a 1-minute clip. You got abusive from a minute?
I agree with Kat. I think I wouldn't call it bullying. I think he's just directing under, the time allotment he has. And I think the kid loves it. I feel bad for him and when he gets to high school, because he is not going to have a good time. Good job, bud.
I agree with counsel right here. If you sign a kid up to do the same line over and over, he is going to be bullied in high school.
Once that voice drops,
he might make enough money right off the bat to make it worth it. So we do have to answer. We do have I mean, honestly, in a case like this, only time would really tell whether or not Boom or Doom actually ruins this kid's life. But, I mean, if he's smart, he'll turn it into, maybe when he's dating, he'll, start rating the girls that he goes after. Like,
yeah, that'll be great for him.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, you want to come
be
back?
lining up for him.
He's like, I'm not really interested in pursuing this relationship. Well, I must be a Doom. And she's like, not so sure how that's going to work out for you.
Do you want dessert? Do you want to get a double chocolate chunk cookie? Ugh.
Costco
Yeah,
Cat. So tell us, have you been receiving money from Costco for your viral videos?
Never.
Oh man, so they don't want to align with your brand.
No, I don't think they want to align with any content creators brand, to be honest. Costco is very has like a closed door policy for content creators, which is why I understand why maybe he's trying to rush the process, because if you get in people's way, if you film at Costco and you do it blatantly, they're going to shut it down. So he's probably just trying to hurry it along.
So I will hear on that particular subject is that as someone who films in public a lot, you're usually trying to skirt around rules. And if they're not funded by Costco, then they're probably just being tolerated by the employees for a couple of minutes. So for the kid not to say his lines, I mean, sorry, I'm reaching from a beer. For the kid not to say his lines.
Okay, Your Honor.
So jury, we've been going over whether or not the behavior of Costco guys is cringe or not cringe. Now, Kat brings up some excellent points, which come straight from somebody who makes content inside of a Costco. I think we should be, even though in this particular minute clip, he does look like someone who's getting on his son. I mean, it's no worse than what I do when I yell at
exactly
people.
What I was thinking.
Like I yell at adults like this perpetually. So
Your Honor, can we get like a freeze frame of like how the son looks at the father when he starts to?
Oh, that is
that's
interesting.
not fair.
I just want to see the fear in his eyes.
Well, you can freeze
there you
any
go.
frame and see fear in someone's eye.
I don't know. Look at the guy down there.
Those
He's
are
happy as a
business
clam.
partners. How old is this?
Look at the guy down there. Just no thoughts at all.
Yeah.
He's just
no one's home.
he's waiting for his cue.
Lights are on.
Yeah. So,
He wants to make his father proud. I mean, he's just, this
he
is
does want to make his father proud. I gotta
time.
say, so here is something interesting. I believe the Costco guys have been doing a very similar gag for a very long time, which means he's been dragging his kid to Costco for a while, making him do these videos. Now, as a dad, I do film my kid and put him in stuff
You do
sometimes.
that.
And when I try to make it, like if I try to give him orders, I mean, he's 2. First off, he doesn't follow the orders very well. But any order past like 1, like, hey, do a cute smile, like anything past that, I start to feel really bad about. You know what I mean? If he doesn't want to do the thing and I have to tell him how to do it more than once, I start to feel really, really terrible about it. And I wonder, and this is obviously conjecture, this is all allegations, all conjecture. I wonder how many times the kid didn't get it over the course of years. Now, it could be that this is an isolated incident that's special because they're with a bigger YouTuber and they want to impress him. And so he wants to treat this more like a business. He probably chatted with his son. He's like, yo, man, I know this is normally casual, but don't fuck this up. We're with a guy who's got 60 million followers. We got to do a double chunk chocolate cookie joke. So it's at some point it becomes important to their bills. You know what I mean? I think
once the money started coming in, the
correct.
pressure started kicking in. In a few years, this kid's going to come out with a book.
This kid may come out with a book or may come out with a type 2 diabetic problem due to the double chunk chocolate cookies.
That as well.
I will say we do have. I'm trying to get us to really think about that. Kat's right in the sense that we don't know anything from that one clip, but it may be like a small window into like a many-year process. I think more evidence is actually needed. Does that make sense? Like just one clip right there in a vacuum should not necessarily be enough to regard them as cringe. Like, I think their content is complete mind-numbing garbage. Like, I cannot see any value in making the same chicken walking around with Costco foods in a Walmart asking random strangers and bothering employees. But that's not necessarily against the law. And the cameras don't appear to be hidden. So they're not violating any of the standard rules of Cringe Court. So while I may disagree with the content, and while I may also think that, this young kid's life may be being set up to a number of different health problems related to a seemingly Costco-only diet.
And how many times do they have to re-up on the cookie and whatever
Correct.
else while they're shooting that same day?
That's correct. I'm sure that kid has had his fucking fill of double chunk chocolate kid chip cookies, and that may cause long-term insulin issues at his growing age. I will say from a medical perspective, if you make your entire life about... So, okay, here's where we need expert witness testimony. How often do you go to Costco to make your content?
At least twice every week.
Okay, and do you eat all of the product that you purchased that week?
No.
Okay, exactly.
No.
This stuff is very high in sodium.
It's all processed.
It's not being handed a thing and being told, eat this or I'll kill you.
Objection. She is an
adult
LA content creator adult that makes her own she makes her own decisions on her. She has her diet, or she knows her body. How old is this kid? Did we find
15. I think he's
15 years old.
When's that voice gonna drop?
Objection sustained. Very good objection, counsel. Yeah, excellent. We cannot necessarily judge the eating habits of Costco Cat and compare them to the kid, because she controls herself, and she is, she's definitely like a Los Angeles-based model. Nobody's forcing her to do anything.
She knows better than to eat 15 of those.
But is he
loaves.
eating that many cookies? His dad's the one with the double chunk chocolate cookie. He's the one with the chicken bacon. He doesn't seem to eat that much in his content. They just hold it and they kind of say, "We're Costco guys."
That's true. We can't really use Costco Cat as a sort of framework for how much they might be eating. So
they're not objection. They're not necessarily. They don't necessarily have 6-packs either. So,
and also he's older.
I'm just saying because of the
He's also 15, I think. So he's not really a child. So I feel like, unless he's being told to do this against his free will, but like 15-year-olds typically will tell you whether they want to do something or not. I'm not absolutely sure he's 15, but I'm 95% sure.
Got it. Well, this is a very tough decision. I think we've heard a lot. Does the jury have anything to say?
I love the Costco guys.
Okay.
Boom for them.
All right. We got people who like the Costco guys. This is an issue laced with nuance. And I believe that more evidence is needed before we can make a definitive ruling of cringe. Okay? Although some of the evidence is there, we don't see enough of it to make them cringe. And as a result, for the first case of the day, this case can be brought up again. Bear in mind, we can call this case back in. I'm going to say this is not cringe without prejudice. This can be brought back in. The Costco guys are not cringe. All right. Woo! That's right. You clap at that point. Costco Council wants to present you with something that he wants you to sign right now. It appears to be a Costco black card membership. Wow. So if you sign that, I think you will make his day. He will never let that one go. Okay, there you go, Council. Now you've got exactly what you wanted. Show the camera so we can see how valuable this item is, so you can see how authentic it is. Yeah,
thing.
She did the signature move.
There it is.
Thank you.
This is not for sale. All right, until I die.
For sale. So we have our fourth defense attorney who's come in late. Shirley's get in here. Have a seat. Everybody clap. All right, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court for being late. What's your plea?
Guilty. I was rescuing this dog.
Oh, wow.
On the freeway.
That dog looks like it's got a very fresh cut.
Yes.
That is a very fresh cut.
Did you get the haircut after you rescued?
I got the haircut after I rescued.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
it was covered in fleas. Mm-hmm. It was all matted up and disgusting.
Did you make a before and after video to post to TikTok for clout?
I did.
Oh, okay.
And I made it over a minute long.
Good look, so you can monetize.
Yeah, good. Exactly.
Everything he said is good. I rescind his contempt of court. You're fine. As long as you were making content on the way, you can be late.
Of course I was.
Cringe Court. Let's rock and roll. So we are going to go on to our next case. The People versus Lunchly. For Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and KSI. Let's look at this.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar.
You have three famous YouTubers
Feastables Crunch
Bar.
Essentially
Our
on
pizza
Lunchables.
uses real cheese. Theirs, as it
remake?
says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese. We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar. Turkey Stack 'em, 310 calories.
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients. All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry. That's
Oh,
trash.
man.
All right,
Okay,
now
so
we're
he
trying
spit. So we're seeing Logan Paul try his own
back it
product
off, but ours
and
is
then
way
spit
better.
out the competitor product.
Get this
Yeah,
in
it's
an
not
Oscar.
nachos. 22
and
grams
that
of
is
sugar.
supposed
10
to
grams of
convince
sugar.
us
7
that
grams
this is
of
a
protein.
high-quality
9 grams of protein.
Coming close and look at the queso cheese and lunchly versus whatever that is.
This ad is garbage.
Drip versus stick. I like my cheese
They
drippy,
both
bro.
look
This is a Lunchable salsa
disgusting.
right here. Look at the consistency, the texture. And this is Lunchables. This and look, it's watery. I can't even look at that. With 400 milligrams of electrolytes, my God!
And it's available for around $4. Super affordable. Go give it a try.
This is okay. So, counsel, what we've
Lunchly-
just witnessed is 3 multi-millionaires basically comparing a new food product to an ancient food product that they've marginally improved by adding electrolytes and B vitamins. What do we think, Counsel Evan?
Can you fact check this? Is it all true?
Well, I'm sure it's fact checked by the FDA, but these claims are hardly better than Lunchables. It seems like their entire marketing is it's better than Lunchables, where it's only marginally
Slightly. I would imagine it's still processed meats and things.
You're
right?
setting the bar at the fucking ground.
Yeah.
You're like, we made a better product than dirt. Check it out.
Right. Well, okay. So I got to see it to believe it. So I would have to taste both Lunchables and if because technically I don't know for a fact it's probably not a big difference. I like to also play devil's advocate. I can't ever
We just so
decide on
happen to
anything.
have Lunchleys right here.
Holy shit!
That's correct.
All right.
We are going to judge this product fairly on Cringe Court. I'm sorry, all caps Cat.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on this commercial?
I think it's brilliant, not cringe, because, okay, they're laying out the facts for lunch, they're comparing the two, and that's probably for parents, right? But then Logan Paul's like Academy Award winning ad libs are for the kids because they're like, ultimately they're marketing towards like a very young crowd. So this works. I mean, it works because they're addressing health concerns for parents and then they're acting it up for the kids. It's great.
All right, Counsel Bray, what are your thoughts?
He spit out a Lunchables.
You spit out Lunchables?
He spit out a Lunchables.
Oh, that's
how that
fucked up to you.
Oh my God, do you know how offensive that is? I can't believe he did something like that. Spit out a Lunchables. I've been eating those in my entire life. I feel like
Do you
that's
think they taste good? Honestly.
they don't taste that bad.
Counsel Bray is actually claiming he's an expert witness in judging Lunchables.
Lunchables are fire, man. I love
Counsel
Lunchables.
Bray is an expert
man.
eating Lunchables,
and I've
and
never
today he
tried
will
Prime.
try
I
it.
want to be judgmental about them.
That's
Spit out
correct.
the Prime all over the place.
Do we have a small table we could bring to Counsel Bray so we can put this in front of him?
There's one right here.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, give me
Let's
this
get
one.
the booze off that.
Give me this.
Mr. Sean Barrett, what do you think? What are your thoughts on the ad?
I kind of agree with Kat. It's good marketing. I think the products are not that much different. It's both garbage. It's like comparing like Subway to Quiznos. Like
Go
it's
ahead.
just
You open this
it's
up?
garbage. You open that up?
Go get the other one.
You want
I
this
like
one?
the colors more.
Counsel Bray. So Counsel Bray has never tried Prime or Feastables. And as an expert in Lunchables, he is able to tell us legitimately.
Spit out a
I
fucking
have
Lunchables,
tried
this
Prime.
fucking guy.
Go ahead, describe this experience, Counsel Bray.
All right. So what we have here, we have a small box, about 8.5 inch, 11 inch box. Blue advertising. It's got 3 things on the front cover. A piece of pizza with pepperoni and cheese. A Prime hydration drink. And a Feastables Milk Crunch chocolate bar.
I want to try that chocolate.
Here, you can have the chocolate bar.
So we'll put Counsel Barrett in charge of the chocolate.
Who wants the pizza?
Wait, don't you want the pizza?
Oh, I'll take the pizza too.
Prime is good. I've had it.
It is?
It's honestly, I think it's
hold
better
on,
than-
should I shake
than
it?
Gatorade.
Hold
No, you
on.
don't need to shake it.
I'm going to shake it anyway.
So let's open this up. Counsel Barrett, could you open up the Lunchleys?
Yeah.
This is all of our first time eating Lunchleys.
I've never had a
a Lunchable?
No.
Dude, I'm going to be serious about I'm going to be serious about this. I'm not fucking
okay.
around.
Right. Does that not look like mold right there?
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. I was rooting for them.
Well, I don't
purple.
know if that's mold. That could be dye from the packaging.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not
It's
that
just
it
dye
makes
from
it
the
better.
packaging.
No,
Never mind.
No, not that it makes it better, but let's just sort of go.
Can we? I think we should show the camera that.
Show the camera.
Yeah, here.
Are we able to get like a zoom in here?
That's
over here.
like
So,
purple.
Quality control.
Maybe
This
it's
is
just a bruise.
brand new box of Lunchables this is a brand new box of Lunchleys that, to the best of my knowledge, was stored properly. And our first experience is a potential contamination issue that, although I say it might be dye from the packaging that's still unacceptable for a food product disseminated to children.
No, I don't think it's dye because the dye is on the other side. It's not the other, like the backside is clear, right?
All Caps Cat may be accurate on this one.
Boy, I think that is mold.
Oh boy. Bailiff is identifying a major contamination issue on our first lunch leads.
What's the expiration date?
What's the expiration date?
Oh, hold on.
Not that it should matter. This is a brand new product.
Yeah.
Have they been stored
December?
properly since we don't know?
They've been in and out of refrigeration.
So if
I
we haven't
can't
stored it
We can't
properly,
crush
can't-
them.
we can't crush them
But
on
I'm
that.
not
We don't
gonna
know.
drink that Prime. You can go ahead and take that somewhere
Prime's
else.
good, dude. I'll try that.
I ain't gonna touch that.
I've never
what
tried
the hell
Prime.
you doing giving it to me, bailiff?
I would say that we purchased this product and it was refrigerated fine. Seeing a spot of mold on there does indicate a lack of quality control. Nobody on the jury wanted to try it because they fear it might be contaminated. It's not like this is probably real cheese anyways. Like, it's probably easy to keep this shit preserved. So already Lunchly is getting very negative review. Council Barrett has just consumed one of the chocolate bars. What are your thoughts?
Chocolate's good. Tastes like Crunch Bar.
Chocolate's fine. All right, very well. Score one for Mr. Beast.
What's the price comparison between the two? Do we know?
These are $80.
Nice.
Can we try this? Here, I'll take this one.
Let's get some taste. Who's tried the Prime?
I tried the Prime.
Could I try Prime?
Prime's good. I like Prime.
Yeah, Prime is good. I like Prime.
Have you never
It's
had
like
Prime before?
I've never had Prime before.
It's like Gatorade. Just depends on the flavor. If you like the flavor or not.
Council TX2 is going to try a Prime.
You want to waterfall that? Let me get a kiss out of that thing.
You want to waterfall that one?
Yeah, no. You hit it first, baby.
Do whatever. God damn it. Very well.
That's really good.
Yeah, let me.
Wait, you waterfall it because I want to have some.
Yeah, here. I'll rip this thing here.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Looks like the price difference is
Nice.
55 cents between the two.
That's not bad. That's not
It's good. It's really good. Yeah, Prime is
shit, this ain't fucking bad. I've been walking by this every day.
It seems like more like
energy.
Prime.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
I buy the energy drinks. I like those.
I want some.
This is slowly just becoming an ad for them.
Yeah, I know.
Baby, I love bananas, man.
Yeah, I guess
I mean, me
Logan Paul's
too.
going to sponsor us, but Mr. Beast, not quite so much.
Fucking A, that shit ain't bad.
Remember,
Can I
Mr.
drink out
Beast,
of it
I'm
now?
easily
Yeah,
bought.
Logan's doing it right. I don't know about Mr. Beast.
What are you
Mr.
opening
Beast.
there?
What am I opening? So right now I'm opening the Prime
try
Lunchly.
It's really good.
It appears to be the Fiesta Nachos. It's got a red box with the nachos, a Prime, and a Feastables. I too have I've never had a Feastables chocolate bar, even though I've definitely got vested interest in talking crap.
The chocolate was no better or worse than anything else. It's fine. It's good.
I mean, with the cheese product, this is basically like, you know how when you go to a movie theater and you're like, man, these nachos really suck.
Yeah.
This is the same experience.
But to be fair,
But
it's for a child with no
they're
taste
cheap,
palate.
and it's for a child. But honestly, like, this to me is the exact same thing. Here, jury, would you like to try some?
I think I'm all right.
Okay, jury is rejecting it. So to me, this is the exact same thing as like movie theater nachos.
That's cool. That's all right.
Very well. Anybody else? Hey, Council Bright.
Yeah, fucking
These
A,
ones
man,
don't
I
seem to
love
be
that shit.
contaminated.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
So the main question to determine today is, are they taking advantage of their audience and essentially fooling them, or are they simply being good businessmen? Let's present this to council. Let's take a look at Dan TDM's tweet first. So Dan TDM says, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." And to the best of my knowledge, KSI went on a rant for a whole week, just sort of unhinged tweets and sort of like still recovering from this. And Dan TDM has not responded. Now, it's relevant to say Dan TDM is not a drama YouTuber. Dan TDM, I think he just makes playthrough videos for Minecraft. So he does not step into this YouTuber sphere, and he has sort of toppled them. He's a very respected character. For him to come out and say, "What the hell happened to you guys, ma'am?" This carries weight. This carries weight amongst millions and millions of young people. So does he have a point? Go ahead. Cat, all caps Cat, what have we got?
I don't think he has a point. No, I don't think he has a point. I mean, selling stuff for the sake of selling stuff. I mean, you sell stuff to make money, right?
Yeah.
It's not like they're selling something that's insidious or poisonous or harmful, right? It might not be it might not be like a Nobel winning prized like product. It's a Lunchable, and it's a Lunchable because most of their fan base is kids. Whoever the commenter is, he should stick to Minecraft because, I mean, his opinion, I don't think is valid. I think he's jealous that these guys are making money.
Mm-hmm. I would say that Logan Paul responded. He says, what happened? I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version, you're upset, then don't eat it. Now, Evan, what do you think about that?
So it's interesting. I want to take off that stutter there. As a musician, am currently on the drive over. Cam and I were just talking about how stressed we are about money. And Spotify does not just barely pays musicians, as most people know. And I'm not a YouTuber and I don't rely off YouTube as my source of income, but I could imagine, even at that big of a platform, it's probably pretty good pay. But I there's nothing wrong with starting a business, in my opinion.
These guys are multi-millionaires. It's not like they're musicians struggling to get by on Spotify. True. And they need to sell some merch. These are guys who are already vastly wealthier than most people ever who lived.
So are you saying they should just stop going into business and just make content that is no profit, purely just for the fans? That doesn't make sense. It's not sustainable, and it's not necessarily something that's going to give them joy. I don't know, building a
well, it definitely doesn't give them joy. None of them have passion for cooking.
At the end of the day, they're making, a product for their children that's going to sell well.
They're making a product for children. This is targeted at children. I do see Council Barrett's point. Council Bray, what are your thoughts?
Are we serious?
Are we serious about this?
Are you fucking serious right now? These guys could be selling way worse shit to you.
Yeah.
I don't really fucking care.
It's slightly better. It's not for any of us here in this room.
Is his problem with Logan Paul or is his problem with capitalism?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
that's...
what are we talking about?
That's very fair. I think it's like you said, kind of like a jealousy thing.
Yeah.
The guy's making Lunchables. Who gives a shit? He could be,
Well, no, I think... Okay, so to sort of argue against, I see council's sort of thought about this. I think that the main criticism from here comes is that these are gentlemen who are obviously of extreme positions of power. Extreme positions of power. They are able to do almost whatever they want with their money. They choose, so these guys could literally release any business they wanted. They could create a unicycle brand that would sell, right? Some useless product that wouldn't be worth anything. So I think the critique comes from creating a product that's just marginally better than a shitty product already out there.
Kind of genius.
Kind of genius for making money, but I guess it is the problem with capitalism. Where does it end? Is that they're already billionaires probably. You need another billion? Congratulations. Whereas I feel like some of Dan TDM's point comes from the theory that he could... If Mr. Beast released an organic, I'm not saying he should, okay? But if these guys got together and they're we just released an organic, a fully organic brand that is, I'm not saying it's they should, but they have the power to truly enact change, and they're getting heat from doing what appears to be the bare minimum. Go ahead.
They absolutely have that power, but I think they've probably run the numbers on that. They absolutely know that would be better. And I think they're probably we're not going to make a margin off of that.
Yeah, not cost effective.
Not to say that's better or worse. It's definitely, a little subjective, objectively worse. But they're very smart business people. I'm not saying what they're doing is right or wrong, but I feel like
their marketing sucks, actually. If their whole marketing is, we're slightly better than Lunchables, and, ooh, bro, this is terrible marketing. And everybody who's praising their marketing, in my opinion, that is... they could do a better job, but that's just my opinion. Go ahead, Kat.
You don't need to do a better job when you're... I'm not saying kids are dumb, but kids are a little bit dumb sometimes.
Yes,
so
you are right.
You don't need to be that
marketing
sophisticated.
To kids, you don't necessarily need to be clever.
I was going to make the same point.
Got it. Go ahead, Evan.
Yeah.
Evan, what are your thoughts?
In terms of marketing, I would argue it actually is good art marketing because we're talking about it.
Yeah.
And it's controversy. That's
we
how
hate
you win.
What do you know? That's why the shitty cinematography. If it's too refined, this audience nowadays they don't want it. They sniff out an ad.
To be honest, I think I'm ready for a verdict. Even though I have certain philosophical arguments with this, it seems like the jury. Do you have any questions or concerns? It seems like everybody's sort of on the level. It's a little dumb, but it's definitely not cringe. They definitely know what they're doing. They're good businessmen. Could they do more for the world? The answer is yes, but who cares? It's not their obligation. They don't have to. I judge KSI, Mr. Beast, and Logan Paul to be not cringe for Lunchly. And by the way, everybody seemed to really like the Prime beverage, and this is not fucking ad read.
It's really good.
It's Gatorade.
Give it to me. Give me that one. This is the one you guys
it's
really
so
like.
good. It's
The
so
strawberry
good.
banana is fucking pumps, dude.
Yes, it's
an honorable
I
beverage.
just started buying the Prime Energy over Celsius.
Got it. So if we want to get an ad sponsor, I have said on my podcast, I can be bought. I can be bought so easily, way cheaper than you think. Like way. When I say my rates, people are like, really? I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, so Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, KSI, buy us off. Buy us off. We will drink Prime every day.
Yeah.
What you saw was a completely unbiased review. This is us fishing for sponsor money at this point. God damn it. The fucking... We've become corrupt. We've got trad wives. Let's take a look at the clip. Oh, God damn it.
He is a short king.
She is hot.
She is.
Well, we know where Council Bray's going to land on this one.
I've seen this girl.
Victoria, let's see the next one.
Literally nothing wrong with that.
If there's
video.
an OnlyFans attached to
Wait, now
is
she
a
does.
lucky man.
She
is
does-
what I think when I see that content.
She does say instead of buying $8 lattes. Now, I think we're going to come back to
What's
that.
wrong? Yeah, just make it at home.
Council Mia, could you please recap what we just saw?
Yeah, we're seeing a video that a woman posted, and she is a traditional housewife, and she supports traditional views where she lifts up the man. The man's always right. She stays home. She cooks. She cleans. She does her hair and her makeup every single day. She looks hot as fuck while she does it. And yeah, she's all about her husband.
Got it.
We think.
Let's take a look at the next clip.
What is trad?
Traditional.
It's not an acronym. It's not like traditional, rad, awesome, divorce. No. It's like just traditional.
Just short and traditional.
Here's some,
I'm sorry.
Here's some trad wife rules for you.
Number one rule as a trad wife, this is your duty as a wife. A man's home is his castle, so he should be treated as a king. He's working a stressful job, maybe working long hours, just so he can provide for you and the family. So he rightfully deserves peace. That being said, it's every wife's duty to appreciate her man and all his hard work. Show him how much you truly appreciate him, okay? He is your king, and you are his queen. That is your duty.
Why do I feel like all these husbands have small dicks?
Probably because they do. Yeah.
Well, what's giving small dick energy there?
Probably not in this one, but sorry to take probably your question, Mia. But the first one is probably the small man.
The fact that he's a physically small
He was
person.
a physically small guy.
Got it.
But Mia,
This is-
why do you think they all have small dicks?
I mean, I just feel like someone looking for that level of admiration and control is compensating.
For sure.
I feel like this is
Go ahead, Brittany.
this is like what probably most of our grandparents' relationship or great grandparents' relationships were like, and like you know, and she could be getting hit by her husband and she's not going to tell anybody.
Yeah, because he's the king.
Yeah.
He's the king. It's a weird.
That man
way
is
of doing
5'6"
things.
on a good day.
Let's take a look at
5'6", 145 pounds, 3-inch wiener, allegedly. But hey, he makes $110,000 in South Dakota, so we're good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's taking care of his lady. She's taking care of him. We have one more clip. Let's take a look at Nara Smith.
I'm very familiar with her.
She's probably the most popular trad wife account, we would say.
It's been mentioned that he was craving Coca-Cola the other day, and since we were out of soda, I decided to make him some today. I started by making my caramel sugar by combining some water and sugar and letting that come to the hard crack stage.
This feels
before
like
pouring it
satire.
out and letting it cool.
It's not. I've seen hundreds of her videos. It's not satire.
Looks like weed.
and moved
Yeah,
on
it's like
to
shattered.
They don't seem. They seem like they're providing for their husbands. They're business women.
And lastly,
Her
I
business
also
is
vested
doing
some
these
wine
TikToks because
and
she's
moved on to
huge.
grinding up all
For the
the
record,
spices.
all of the
Started
trad
by
wives
I like
are hot.
this. This is cool.
Some vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
Relaxing.
She's
And
very
education. Yeah, it's relaxing.
And some
I want to try this.
Before grinding that into a
recipe.
fine powder, I combined the last round of ingredients, which were some
Got
water
it.
with
Give us a
different
play. Somebody give us a play-by-play.
Yeah, the play-by-play is this trad wife is making Coca-Cola for her husband, homemade. Coca-Cola costs about 98 cents. You go to the store, it takes about 2 minutes to get. But she's making it fresh
From scratch.
for whatever reason, most likely because she makes money off of these videos. It's really cool that she does that. No need for her to do it, but hey, she got a big video out of it, and her like Robert Pattinson wife her husband is loving it.
Well, doesn't she do this? I feel like is this the same woman that her son wanted like bread or something, and she like baked the whole.
Probably, yeah. They have
Yeah.
kids. I'm pretty familiar with her
this is
account.
sick.
She gets a lot of hate. I don't necessarily get it. I think it's mostly because of that monotone voiceover she does. I think that's what it is. And they're also, I believe, Mormons. One or two of them were like traditionally had some sort of following. Maybe one of them was an actor or something. I don't exactly know.
But I like the aesthetic too. It's like fun, pretty to look at. So it's like art kind of.
I kind of like their videos, to be honest.
Her husband looks like Jude Law.
Jude Law, yeah, good actor. I like him. I don't really get the hate. She gets a lot of hate. She makes cool stuff.
I don't get the hate
She's good
either.
at making videos.
My husband doesn't cook, but I've been
I think it's
missing
the
Germany.
voice.
It's like an ASMR thing.
It gives me a boner and I hate it.
I think that's why she's popular.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
Well,
settles
he's
it.
he's chopping some onions. I like that.
I've seen so many of her videos. I've never seen the husband do a goddamn thing. That's
But
the first thing.
Yeah.
Is that like an alpha male quality or something?
No, he's not an
I don't
alpha
do
male,
shit
no.
around here. I'll just eat.
But I am curious. I
Oh,
thought
dude,
the
he has a
whole-
toothpick? Fuck that.
Wait, does he have a toothpick?
Yeah, no, fuck
Show
that.
the toothpick.
Oh, that is so
Yeah, no.
stupid.
Oh, yeah, I'm fucking James Dean over here.
Yeah. He's obsessed with the aesthetic.
Yeah, no.
As well.
I don't fuck
we
with
could
that. I would
we
not
could
get along
file
with
a
this guy.
separate crime
Yeah.
against the husband specifically.
I like her. I don't know.
I like her a lot. I don't fuck with this guy at all.
Look how cool she
I
looks.
like
Look
the
at the one
husband.
the little
Yeah, she
shit
looks
hair.
cool as shit.
I like his aesthetic. I
Yeah,
think
try
that
They're just on the same
Try
team. They're on the
they're
same
on the same.
page.
She's dressed up very elegantly.
I would destroy this man in a conversation. Like, he's like, oh, fucking, like, all right.
It's
Elvis.
about playing to your
So
strengths.
Let's talk about our friends dying from
He's doing an
fentanyl.
Elvis impression.
Who
James
has
Dean.
a toothpick before?
This motherfucker.
Okay, but there is like a little cosplay thing they're doing, like a 50s like
Yeah, because they don't live in
50s
reality.
housewife. Yeah, they do look like they're from like a fake town, like a Tim Burton
They're
movie.
Mormon people.
Are we mad about this?
Yeah,
that sounds
I am
wonderful.
now. No,
Look
I
how
fuck
sick
with
that
her.
is.
I don't fuck with him.
Wait,
Well,
Just because
no,
of the toothpick?
No,
Yeah.
no.
It
Hey,
could be flavored.
I fuck with that.
Right?
If it has
That's
nicotine
nice.
in it, I fuck with that.
There's
They have
cinnamon.
nicotine
Oh,
toothpicks?
bro.
Oh, that looks so. I'm
dude.
so hungry.
wait.
No,
Now,
all the shit she makes is awesome. I fuck with her heavily. I think she's cool. I don't fuck with this little dweeb.
we know.
Robert Pattinson straight to Redbox.
Would it be
Outta
better
here.
if you were in these videos?
Oh my god, yes. I would have the toothpick. I'd have my hair like
You'd
that.
have
Yeah.
10 toothpicks.
Yeah, dude.
Toothpick in between each
And I would
tooth.
be like, and then I see some guy like me hating on me, like, oh, okay, Kid Rock. Yeah, I get it.
Well, are we going to continue the self-roast? This is going great.
No, go ahead.
No, I order you to continue the
Yeah,
self-roast.
Kid Rock fucks though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, R.I.P. JoJo.
But there's subtext to this that it's marketing for like a Mormon lifestyle. Is this accurate? Like, there's a deeper. You know, we all find ourselves very distracted, but you're asking why all the hate, and why all the hate. The answer is this: bear in mind, I'm not familiar with this shit at all, but only in the last 5 minutes of us talking, I think I'm figuring out that the reason why the hate exists like this is because they're pushing a conservative religious lifestyle.
But they're not. They're not
Are
pushing
they
it in the
not?
videos.
How do we know they're Mormon then?
But like
Just watch them make
subconsciously.
Coca-Cola.
Because my girlfriend told me.
Could we take a look at their website? I'm just curious.
They're not pushing OnlyFans or nothing like
No,
that.
I'm not saying they're pushing OnlyFans. I'm saying they're pushing a conservative Mormon lifestyle.
Do you feel like that's subconscious?
I feel like if you're part of a strong religious organization, you're smarter than just handing out pamphlets. You know what I mean? Like she operates something called Paper Pantry. Welcome to the inner workings. I don't know about this, But I'm guessing straight off, I'm seeing a lot of this trad wife stuff is very religiously based, and that they're not dumb. Like they know that they know the tracts don't work. Telling us we're going to go to hell if we don't follow them doesn't work anymore. So they have to appeal to a different style. This sort of very aesthetic.
I don't think that's what they're doing.
Wait, but Mormonism is kind of becoming like way more mainstream recently, huh?
Oh, you think?
With Mom Talk, with all these, all these creators, Mormon creators doing.
So Mormonism's cool now.
I mean, I'm saying like, maybe you are onto something. Maybe there is some sort of like, okay, we have to turn to the internet.
I feel like exactly. I feel like this is so controlled and so honestly produced, well done, well lit, beautifully done. It feels like a psyop. Now, in just my opinion, now I'm not saying this is going to come up with a verdict of cringe because I'm going to listen to Cringe Court, but when I see this stuff, when I see the trad wife stuff, I see religious organizations trying to subtly dig into young minds and say, look, let's get back to traditional family values, which women, I mean, I'm not saying you can't serve your husband, hand and foot, like if that makes you happy, that's fine. But I feel...
I think you're being a hypocrite, Your Honor.
I'm being a hypocrite.
Thank you.
How am I being a hypocrite?
I feel like you can push your lifestyle of, I'm assuming, yes.
I certainly do.
And you are offended by her not even aggressively pushing her lifestyle by just showcasing what she does and cooking for her husband and herself in their beautiful life.
I've seen dozens of her videos. I've never seen a thing about her pushing Mormonism. I've seen other TikToks trying to expose her for like being a Mormon and like doing like her like weird like voiceover stuff, which I don't personally like. I don't get that. I think it's very non-authentic when you talk like this, so we're going to be making this today. I think it's very unnatural. But other than that, I don't really see a problem with it, other than like James Dean looking fool, who I do not fuck with.
Also, do people not like Mormons? I don't know anything about Mormons.
I have no problem with
Is there a problem with subconsciously pushing that lifestyle?
I feel like, okay, so I'll sort of explain is that I feel that if you are trying to push people towards a religion and you're not upfront about that is bad. If my goal is to make aesthetic videos with the ultimate final, if my final victory is you converting to my religion or coming to my temple, then I am presenting a falsity. Now, Mr. Barrett's right. She doesn't push any Mormonism in any of these videos, but I feel like the other ones, the other sort of examples that we do, they are pushing that more conservative life. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm willing to listen to arguments.
I don't think she does that at all.
Okay.
I do think she gets a lot of hate, and I don't get it. Maybe these people are different. I don't know.
For funsies, can we click on this profile and go to the link tree if there is anything?
Maybe this little guy is pushing that. I don't know.
Stacey Williams. I feel like she pushes it a little bit, but I don't see a problem with that. If somebody relates to it and it makes them happy, then so be it.
Can I say something that I hear you guys? I also feel like if you are onto something, Judge, these people are then extremely smart with it because the aesthetic and like dressing. I mean, this is what there's a huge audience for aesthetic just in general and like lifestyle and like fashion. And so if this is to do what you're saying is like bring people into a religion or a lifestyle, the way that they're doing it is like genius.
Yes, it's genius, but it doesn't make it honest. Like I'll give you a good example. There is a woman who's basically like, I think she's like an Israeli soldier who looks very good and does thirst traps about like military life. It's definitely just marketing. Like even though she doesn't say what her affiliations are, she doesn't talk politics, she just looks super cute.
It makes it look cool.
It's a huge psyop. Like let's face it, like lady, you are on the payroll.
Back to the case.
I think being an Israeli and doing the IDF thing, which if you are IDF, that's just part of what you have to do. In Israel, you have to serve.
You have to be a thirst trapper?
You don't have to do that, but no.
Well, that's my point. That's my point. Is that
all right? You got me, Judge.
So if bailiff Google searches IDF podcast, IDF PsyOp TikToker, he'll probably pull up the exact account because I don't know the name of the account. But I'm gonna propose a parallel. Now, after this, I'll probably render a verdict, and so far I'm leaning towards not cringe because we don't have conclusive evidence.
Yeah.
But if we type in like IDF PsyOp hot girl TikToker, why are Israeli girls posting thirst traps to TikTok? Their entire accounts are not about politics or even the IDF. Their jobs are just to look hot. I see a parallel. I'm not going to say that this renders a verdict of cringe, but like, let me ask you a question.
I'll say I don't believe that these are their original and first goals. I think first goals are of selfish reasons to gain attention, likes, views, some sort of a career online, and then secondary would be to potentially push their views.
Well, that's fine.
I
That's fair.
totally agree with Mia. I think that none of the ones we were watching had anything to do with Israel or IDF stuff, and I think we're going on a tangent.
Okay, it's possible that I've gone off the rails.
Take me back, Your Honor. I got something to say. Take me back to that video.
Which one?
Right here.
Yep.
All right, you ready?
Those look good.
You ready?
What's up?
Ready, Your Honor?
Talk. Are you going to say she's
This
hot?
is nothing but conspiracy on your part.
Yeah, I
and we
agree.
don't hear that
Let's throw
shit
this
here.
judge out.
All right? He wants to do conspiracy charges. We can put it on the docket for another day, but I will not.
Yep.
But
These
wait,
people are
hold on.
innocent until I get some of that. He's just making it up. I don't see no evidence.
Spencer,
Go off, King.
How is this idea different than the guy who's promoting his music with the gun going off?
Well, we rendered him not cringe.
Well, I'm saying
I'm rendering them not cringe because
I'm saying no. I'm saying it doesn't matter, cringe or not. I'm saying just by promoting something subconsciously or whatever, isn't it like all the same thing?
I think the guy with the gun was conscious.
And for
I feel like that's the difference. That was
anybody
the point of
missed
the
it,
video.
We're talking about the last episode where we had Lil Mabu who had a misfire in his gun, which we as a collective determined was fake.
Last episode. Okay.
Well,
because we can hard agree that was fake.
Due to inconclusive evidence, I think we're going to have to render, due to inconclusive evidence and conjecture on the part of the judge that is not solidified by any facts, I have to render Tradwives not guilty of cringe. Jack Doherty crashes a new McLaren while looking at chat. Let's run the clip.
Oh my God.
This
like
is
PTSD
so
of-
embarrassing.
No, watch out.
Oh God. Wait.
You
Wait,
haven't
so they
seen that?
crashed the car. They crashed the McLaren into a wall or something, yeah?
Yeah.
I saw this.
Wait, there's another angle of him getting pulled out of this.
Michael. Are you okay?
Whoa!
That's the camera.
Oh my God.
Cameraman's bloody as hell, his passenger.
Bro, my whole fucking car, bro. No fucking way.
This feels like a skit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's not.
No.
Yeah, very expensive skit.
Yeah, but like,
Film on that phone too.
like, hey man, I know you're bloody, but hold this fucking camera.
Dude,
the guy with the bloody face is holding.
Well, he's under contract.
It's his job.
It's his job.
I got another angle for you.
Let's do the other angle. So,
He could be passing out.
Counsel Ray, is this the first time you've seen this?
Okay, I am from Miami, and this is in Miami, and I follow an account called Unaired, and they posted a short clip of this, and what's really funny, I don't want to spoil it, what happens at the end.
Oh, there's something that happens at the end? What do you mean?
Just like he's complaining that he crashed his car, but then he's like, now I have to go home in a Tesla. Because
Oh,
a
that's so
Tesla comes to
fucking
pick it.
dumb.
It's like also an electric blue Tesla. but
Let's take a look at the other angle.
Help! Help! Help!
Dude. Oh my God.
Help! Oh fuck! Can you hold this?
Literally filming?
Oh fuck! Oh. No,
Looking
my
into the
fucking car.
camera.
Get him up out of the car.
He's looking into the camera.
Fuck, dude! My fucking car! Holy shit, no! Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Is he still alive or no?
No!
He's poor. He's not even checking on his friend.
Oh my
Dude,
God,
his friend is
effed up.
bleeding.
Michael.
I didn't see that much footage before. All right,
Good
so
luck.
I think we've seen enough. Opening statement. Counsel Bray, please tell us why this is cringe.
You know, I don't really know how to lead on. I mean, okay, let's talk about his friend that has a bloody face. Right, your friend is.
Is it his
Wait,
friend?
wait. Quiet down, counsel. He's making an opening statement. I like this already.
That axe is awesome, but slow down. All right.
Make your opening statement. You have 1 minute.
I will begin with my opening statement.
I lied. You have 2 minutes. Go. I'm watching the clock.
Now, his bloody-faced friend holding the video camera while enduring hardship is cringy. That is bad to make your friend suffer while videotaping you doing stuff. End.
All right, that is an excellent opening statement. Defending statement, Mr. Sean Barrett, go.
There is nothing cringe about this whatsoever. Have you guys ever driven a really expensive sports car in the rain, especially when you're not expecting weather like that? The traction on these cars it's not like driving like a Ford Fiesta or whatever you used to. It's different. It's like, so it's, yeah, he's looking at his phone and all of that, which normal people do when they're driving a car, right? And for you guys to be like, oh, his friend is bleeding, but it's not his friend. It's a guy who he's paid to work for him and
That's
do a
true.
job no matter what.
It is
he's a little
employees.
bloody, but
Mhm.
like he's walking, he's moving around. Like his buddy is not a buddy. It's his coworker, and he needs to do his job regardless. Like there's
Right.
nothing,
So Barrett,
nothing cringe about
that
it.
man,
that is
he is. I do see counsel's point. That man was never
He's
Jack
fine.
Doherty's friend. He's an expendable asset.
Yes.
Counsel Ray, what do you have to say about this situation?
if I was a waitress at a restaurant and I slipped and fell, hit my head on the bar, and my head busted open, like I would like.
Are you
know, I
not
could
aware
literally sue
that
the-
there's things on the floor? That's why you need like non-slip shoes. You need
you
to protect
realize
yourself for the job
also
you go into. If you're going to go to the army, you're
this
going to wear a
dude
vest.
was driving. It's like his fault that this guy's.
But
dude,
you've
this
never
is-
driven a McLaren. Like it's like
hey,
you know, you can't
Order,
apply
order.
civic rules to a McLaren.
What does this have to do with the car? It's not cringe that he crashed a car. It happens. I mean, it's cringe that he was videotaping, which is probably a part of the reason why he crashed, besides hydroplaning and it's raining. And you have to be
Jack
extra
Doherty
careful when you're driving.
You and Mickey Mace.
What's that?
In the rain.
I think Jack Doherty needs to do a triple podcast. You and Mickey Mace.
Oh, I agree.
yeah,
I
that'd be
totally
great.
agree. Yeah, we'd all get along and have a good time and have no issues. with anything.
I'm sure you guys would be
make a
great
ton of
friends.
money.
Yeah. Counsel Evan, what do you believe? So what are your initial thoughts on this? Is this cringe or non-cringe, and why?
I already saw these. I don't know. I think it's really interesting. I don't know why. Actually, I know why. I think he just doesn't really have a moral compass, but he's an interesting guy. I think I would like to behave like that if I really wanted to, but there's stuff stopping me. I try sometimes, but
What kind of stuff is stopping you?
I would feel bad to try to like give the camera to my friend if he was dying.
But what if it was your coworker? It's not a friend. It's a guy you employ
what if
to
it's
do
just
a
a
job.
guy?
No, but he could still be friends with him even if it's his coworker. Like
I don't have a
Or just human decency too. I mean, you do care about people. They don't have to be your friend. Or, I mean, just anybody that's bleeding, a stranger.
Oh,
if I
he
see
got
it,
banned for it?
He got banned on Kick for it. So apparently Kick doesn't want to promote people texting and driving while they are. Look, he was texting and driving. He might have been looking at his
Do you think
chat.
insurance is going to deny his
I think insurance will deny his claim if this comes out. So
It's out.
If it comes
It's out, buddy.
Okay, really? All right.
Okay, and nobody talk about this.
Insurance companies depending on who they are, they might not go out looking for this. You know, they'll just get a bill that's like, you fucked up our McLaren. But you're right, they're going to Google this dumbass and they're going to be like, so you were texting and driving? That's $300K out of your pocket, dick face.
I just want to, for the record, you said that I drive a Ford Fiesta.
Yeah.
That has been a fact at one point.
Yeah,
but
I
I
know.
do run errands in a McLaren. And I know one thing.
Yeah.
If it starts raining, that LP40, you gotta pull it over.
Oh, got it.
Who the fuck drives a McLaren in the goddamn rain?
We don't know. What if he was on the way to an emergency? We don't know what happened before and after.
That would
you know
allow
what I
the
mean?
text.
Amazing defense. Sustained.
Maybe he's texting, a friend who's giving birth or something, and they need him there.
No, he was reading chat.
Maybe he was reading a chat from a friend who was sick. We don't know the nature of this chat. If this chat was an emergency or a family member.
But he only doubled it.
Yeah, he only doubled it.
No, like the double of the friend, you know what I mean? Now there's two of them.
Oh, now we're assuming he's got two friends now.
No, now we're assuming that he has two friends who are sick.
Got it. So he was on his way. Our best assumption is that he was on his way to help a sick friend while brutally, maybe the last friend was also injured in an auto accident.
No, you're misunderstanding.
Oh, I am.
Now the guy in the car with him, it's another one.
Oh, God.
I'm not saying there's another guy who might be. Now we have a confirmation.
Wait, what?
Guys, I don't think we can encourage him to continue. So I think what Council Evan is trying to say is that Jack Doherty is consistently crashing McLarens for new content. We cannot encourage this, because if this goes well, if he does not receive substantial financial punishment for this, then every kid with a fucking car that's fancy in Miami is just going to crash it and wait for the window to be broken and just pray that their friend is injured enough to walk. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest with each other. Whether we like it or not, this is a hero to millions of children. And
That's right, Judge. And that friend, the cameraman, is now the proud owner of a brand new, I'm sorry, I got you in an accident jet ski.
So he's got a jet ski. Just a jet ski?
Jet ski?
Another thing?
Jet ski?
New jet ski.
Oh, wow.
What?
I don't think...
All right, guys. I got my filmer a brand new 300 horsepower supercharged.
Notice how he didn't say friend.
Sorry gift for...
Wait, he said filmer. Oh, sustained. Very good.
Wait, where is
My
it?
birthday today, but
He said, I got my filmer a 300. He doesn't even want to call him friend. I hate to say it, but Council Barrett is killing this.
All right, guys. So my filmer Michael just got back, and now I'm gonna...
He should be getting him a McLaren.
Guys.
I think the issue is that he's gonna forget about it sooner than later.
He's gonna forget about the jet ski?
Yeah, he can't remember it for that long.
I've never seen a jet ski as a Band-Aid.
Because he's got brain damage.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
Oh, my God. Well,
yeah, you see him gripping at his head.
Or
keeping his
they're in
brains
Florida,
in.
no?
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna lose it anyways, no?
No.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
He's giving a jet ski so he dies in a jet ski accident.
So he can't sue him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to survive the hurricane.
Dude,
Go ahead. Council Rae?
I literally have hydroplaned on that same exact highway in Miami when I was like 18 and spun out and almost, it's fucking scary to be driving in that weather.
Why wasn't your camera on? You could have gotten quite a few views.
I had two hands on the wheel and I was like paying very much attention. I was scared and I still hydroplaned. You need to...
You have to put yourself in his shoes, though. Like, if your job is to create content 24/7, like a live streamer, you would have had some sort of a filmer with you. And in that scenario, you'd be like, okay, this is a tragic situation. Absolutely. And it's
what
also
exactly
good.
was he filming? And I don't...
We don't
they're
know.
live streaming. We got to get the chat going and all
Theories
that.
are that he was reading the chat.
And
for the live stream,
in all honesty, it's easier to not have to process that trauma if you can kind of push it on maybe to later.
I don't know. If I'm driving an expensive car, I'm being extra careful. If I'm driving in the rain, no matter what car I'm driving, I'm being extra careful. This kid just doesn't have a brain.
Let's hear from the jury. Cassidy,
that's
Bryson.
What he's doing now. Look at him.
Everyone double tap the screen. We're almost at 1 million likes, guys. Let's see how fast we can hit it. Let's see how fast
That's what he's doing now?
James Ellis, thank you for the galaxy, bro. I just followed you back.
Oh, God.
Look, there's 3,000 people. They called him gay.
Let's see how fast we hit my galaxy, yo. I'm going to follow everyone back once we hit it.
Comments say
Appreciate
gay.
y'all.
Now-
Cole with the
now
galaxy.
wait a
Thank you,
second.
Cole. I appreciate it.
That's really funny.
Stop speeding. That's awesome.
This was post-accident, is that right, Bailiff?
Yeah.
So post-accident, if thousands of people are repeatedly calling him gay,
Gay, L. Jack.
crashing a McLaren just to be relevant again is crazy work. I do believe that justice is being served by his own comment section. Jury, what are we thinking, Cassidy, Bryson?
I would say his actions were like morally wrong. Like
that guy just gave him $10.
Personally, if I was the cameraman, I would have clocked out when the car crashed. Like it would have been over with. I would have been waiting for my settlement check. I mean, everything would have been hurting. Like everything.
Yeah.
I don't think a jet ski is enough.
No, I don't think a jet ski enough.
Like not even close. But I don't think it's cringy. I just think it's bad.
Yes, it's literally a crime.
Yeah.
Literally a crime.
Didn't we establish in episode 2 that crime is bad?
But
crime is cringe.
The issue is about him handing his bloodied friend the camera to go, yo, bro, my car.
And him looking straight down the barrel of the camera when they're pulling him out of the car. Like,
Bryson, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, this is a tough one because I believe your medical bills will be probably more than the jet ski would be.
I feel like Council Barrett did an amazing job, probably the best job I've ever seen of defending this fucking.
Can you tell us how you
juice
really
box.
feel now? Can I hold that for a second?
So let's call this closing statements. Pass off the burden of proof. How do you really feel, Sean?
Oh, dude, I hate this kid. This is like, he looks simultaneously 12 and 32. It's the modern day, like, Richie Rich kid who has a lot of, like, sociopathic tendencies to him. He has no empathy for anyone. He just wants to rise. And no matter what, you look through history, people like this, there is always a massive fall. And this is only the very beginning because he's clearly taking no accountability. Like, to not have any empathy for your friend, hand off the camera is absolutely, like, insane to me.
All right, very good. Excellent closing statement, Council. This just happened.
No, but he lost now.
Oh,
He admitted it.
well, no. He passed off the burden of proof. Anyways, it didn't matter. Everybody is universally in disagreement, even though Council Barrett did an amazing job of defending this fucking juice box. Jack Doherty, I sentence you. Huh? Juice box.
Okay.
I didn't say juice. I didn't say juice, baby. I didn't say juice box, baby. Juice box is an entirely different thing entirely. We'll get to the juice box later. We're both Jewish, so we're allowed to make those jokes. Yeah.
I'm not Jewish.
You fuck, goddamn you, Evan. Pulling him on was still a good idea, I swear to God. In conclusion, Cringe Court finds Jack Doherty guilty of grand cringe. Guilty. We cannot have this fucking bullshit repeated. Fuck, it's such a horrible video because it sends such a terrible message to literally everyone alive. Now we have a case of dads being creeps at events. People capture them on their cell phones doing things they shouldn't. Let's see what it is. Roll the clip. Oh no. He's next to a kid. Okay, do we have a second clip, Bailiff? Let's take a look at this clip. God damn it.
Oh my God.
She's AI.
Oh, jeez.
Is this
Wait, is this one rage bait?
This has
one
to be
looks a little rage bait.
Okay.
Speak on it.
I feel like the first one...
I don't know. A guy like that?
Okay, so let's discuss this. So now we have two instances of men essentially doing creepy things about girls in public. Now, the first clip is very, very interesting because I don't believe this is rage bait. I don't believe this is staged. He's right next to what appears to be a very young person, probably his kid. Let's back up the video just to see that one more time.
And why is the text so
If
large?
he is because his eyes aren't that good. Look at his glasses. The
he's a
text is large
dad.
because
He's a dad.
The text is large because he is having trouble seeing. And right next to his daughter, it says, "I can eat your pussy and fuck you raw." And this is
And all that.
if they can read it from 3 rows down.
Is all that correct, he said.
With the cell phone.
He's just confirming.
What am I confirming?
No, he wanted to make sure that's correct, that he has
And-
consent to do that.
Oh, got it. Well, at least he's polite in a certain way, but this shows complete clumsiness. At the very least, this is second degree. At least this is secondhand embarrassment.
God,
Okay?
can you imagine being that kid seeing this on the internet?
If this man is,
she's 35.
If this man is doing this in public like this, he's definitely doing it in the car. And while he's taking her to other events and like while they're watching movies. So she's probably used to it. She's probably used to seeing her dad text dirty. Stenographer, can you tell us what we read on that screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we read? Just read it back.
The angry wig man with the hammer hates kids and
Not what
dads.
I fucking said. God damn.
Okay. Everybody agreed with him because
Get
they
back
were
to-
scared.
Get back to work.
And blind people.
Also blind people. I didn't take a note of that,
You don't
but I
like
was
blind.
about to.
Cringe Court budget's dropping like a fucking rock. Anyways.
I visibly cringed
You
during
visibly
that, so I would
cringed, yeah.
believe
And
it is cringe.
he has an iPhone, but it's sending green. I just want to point that out.
He has an iPhone, but he's sending green. Oh, okay. Council Ray's finding out something
She's an
kind of
Android
interesting.
girly.
Are we?
But that
is it
means
confirmed
they're
that's
sending
definitely an
it
iPhone?
to an Android.
No, he might be sending it to another
exactly.
Android user. So I do believe that this is a real one. I do believe that
Me
somebody
too.
staging this wouldn't dare do it next to a kid. I think that would be a first degree cancellation offense.
The fact that they've just started filming means this guy has been going at it for a while.
True.
This was not a random thing he caught. He's like, okay, now I'm going to start filming.
Also correct. Counsel Bray, do
Very
you have any
true.
concerns about this situation?
Just a couple of clarifications for the record, please.
Hit it.
He is going to pay for a sexual experience,
Mhm.
right? That's what we're in.
I didn't pick up on that.
Well,
but
we
that does
don't
make
know
sense.
if that's true. He may be.
Well,
Maybe recently divorced and found a new love.
I don't know exactly
Very
where he's but your pussy and fuck you raw. Is all that correct? That sounds like a business transaction.
I agree. And also, it could explain why the text is sending green because it's a Google number. She's not using her real number.
But
seems like a
she
trap
wouldn't.
phone.
She wouldn't let him
Right.
fuck. She wouldn't let him f her raw though.
My
Because double
well,
layer.
it
depends on the
Wait, let's
price
move.
of the
Let's move
testing.
the video along. Let's see if this dialogue progresses.
Let me
All of
see
this
this.
is excellent investigative work. Oh, he scrolls up. Wait, maybe Bailiff.
Oh,
Is it possible to get a pause on one of these earlier messages?
in call, it's extra.
No
What does it say?
extra.
No extra for in call.
In call. That's a.
Wow.
That's a. Let me.
I must say, our investigators are the best here at Cringe Court.
We may need to bring him out as a witness.
There are two things that you need to know here. There's an in call and there is an out call. In call is where you go to them, and an out call is where they come to you. And that's all that I know about that. All right, sorry. All right, go ahead.
Seems like your expert testimony is very
You wanna
essential
sit-
towards cracking this case. So it seems like not only is this man texting someone, he's soliciting sex for money from a prostitute.
And trying to do it raw. And
Wow.
that's a felony.
And that's that must be much more expensive. What would you say the cost increase to do it raw is versus a regular one? I wonder who might have an answer for that in this courtroom. Mr.
We're going to start the bidding off $250.
$250, dang.
no.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Way less than I thought.
That
guy's ugly as hell. He's not. No,
that's
no.
true.
Yeah, that's an old gross man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
He's
for
not.
what he
that's
wants
a
for
lot.
$250.
Yeah, this
that's
guy's not hiring a Dubai porta potty. He is doing some dirty
At
stuff.
least 600.
Those are not good seats at that baseball game.
Oh,
I'm
let's
just saying.
go back up on the seats. Let's see what. Well, just because he doesn't spend money on his daughter doesn't mean he will skimp on the prostitute. You know, honestly, he's probably saving money by getting the shitty seats. If we go to the very first frame,
Them ain't fucking.
Oh, they're high up.
Those are $8,
I'm telling you, this is $250 an hour kind of shit right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So in this particular situation, like, I feel like we've, just for funsies, let's go to one more frame towards the end. Let's see if we can identify any other incriminating words. But I think we've sort of seen enough evidence in this particular case. Just, I mean, almost anywhere, bailiff. Like, we got an in-call. What does that say right there?
No extras.
No extras.
And
We
also,
know-
go off
friend.
Queen. She's really putting her foot down. She said no. That's
What does
gonna
that
be
say?
Extra.
Extra
It
for
might have been the
alcohol.
pimp who said that.
God damn.
Ooh.
I do not believe this is staged rage bait. This is not clear of that charge. This is extremely cringe.
I don't know
I
about
believe
consenting
that
with this guy.
soliciting a prostitute in front of your daughter while at a baseball game, which is supposed to be a wholesome event, indicates that you're probably willing to also solicit prostitutes almost anywhere. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad sending like a weird joke to someone if I think my kid can see it and he can't even read. You know what I mean? I keep that stuff far away. Like when I'm editing, even when I'm editing jokes that feature like syringes that are supposed to be, you know, filled with drugs, I close the computer when my 2-year-old walks up. This kid must be at least, I don't know, 10.
That kid could read and
kid
read
can
that
read,
very
and that
well.
kid can
Even from
read
a
that.
side eye, you could.
So, Eric,
you
do we
could
have
read.
any comments or concerns?
Well, I mean, like, it's what two consenting adults are doing. Totally fine. Gotcha. Whatever. Even if, you know, money is transacted and there's like legality issues in certain states. But I mean, doing that like when he should be spending time with his daughter, but his mind is
Right.
clearly somewhere else.
I feel like it's cringe to be so unself-aware that not only you're doing it in front of your daughter, you're also doing it to the point where other people can see you and make a very successful TikTok social media post about it. Keep your private affairs private. I believe that this is cringe. My ruling for the first case of the day, thank God, cringe.
Whoa.
I will shut up, stop clapping. We're very busy. We got to go to the next one. All right. That case was fairly simple. I don't think there was a lot of nuance there. Wasn't a lot of debating. The People versus Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah Girl is a viral meme that has absolutely taken off. Since doing a simple clip, she has become a superstar. Let's roll the clip, bailiff.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
And we just saw a multi-million follower account be born, everybody. A woman who I believe is on the streets of Nashville developed a podcast shortly afterwards. So this woman has basically taken her 15 minutes of fame and stretched them extraordinarily well. In her podcast, she teaches someone how to say Hawk Tuah on her podcast, which is called Talk Tuah. Clearly a play on Talk to Her. Not a bad pun considering how she started, so let's fucking go. So the podcast, even though it's very, very popular, it's being universally panned. A lot of people make ironic jokes about it, pretending to be excited. Now, this woman's 15 minutes of fame came out of nowhere. She had no strategy. She basically just went viral for being a pretty girl who describes a sex act in a slightly more vulgar way than we used to. What are the ratings there on Spotify? Can we see what it's being rated as?
2.9.
It's a 2.9.
Under
So,
about. Yeah.
so is that 30,000 reviews? Am I seeing that right?
10.
I'm sorry. Is that 10,000 reviews?
Looks
So
like 10.3.
10.3 thousand reviews is a lot. That means a lot of people have downloaded this. Now, I think we're all familiar with her to a certain extent. Counsel Evan, is she cringe or not cringe?
I don't think she is cringe based off what I know about her. If you got an opportunity, you took it. And she hasn't done anything wrong as far as I know.
She seems innocent. That's correct.
Seems innocent, and she is. I mean, I can't find any. As long as someone is not a bad person and they're not hurting people, I can't find something wrong with that.
Kat, do you agree with Counsel?
I would say not cringe. I'm trying to think about, why her fame has lasted so long. And I think maybe it's because there's just, and this is going to sound mean, but I don't mean it to be mean. There's a certain unremarkability about her that's so relatable.
I agree.
That people want to watch. And they also want to tune in because they kind of want to see her fail. But in doing that, they keep watching her.
Boost her.
Yeah, it
Correct.
boosts her.
Yes, I agree with Counsel Kat, is that Hawk Tuah Girl is sort of symbolic of something. I think when people see her, they say, well, a random thing happened to her and she became sort of rich and famous overnight.
Yeah.
The same thing could happen to me. You don't need any planning or work on your craft or humor or anything. You just need one chance to be on a video. I had a fairly long conversation with somebody else about this, about how these viral moments, these mega viral moments, these like I like corn sort of moment, these like I like corn sort of moments, or these demure moments, they're almost never developed with any sort of strategy. I feel like they're always coming from semi-relatable sources. Counsel Bray, what are your thoughts?
What is a Hawk Tuah?
A Hawk Tuah is a technique wherein one utilizes phlegm up from the parts of their throat that are sort of in the middle, and they use that to develop a mucousy spit on a penis, and then give a blowjob.
For the record, before I begin here, Hawk Tuah Girl is hot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think that is essential towards her sort of...
Have we seen her do the Hawk Tuah?
I do not believe so. Her not starting an OnlyFans has been a severe missed opportunity financially for her.
Hawk Tuah. You gotta put like an emphasis on it, like tuh. Like really. Yeah. Say it. All right, all together. Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah.
This is stupid.
Tuh. Say
But
aggressive. Like
we can't blame her for this. The world put her on a pedestal for this exact thing. I guess some may say it would have been smart for her to immediately start an OnlyFans and start Hawk Tuahing, but maybe she just chose a different strategy. She could have cashed in very quickly, but she chose not to and instead tried to go the more traditional I'm an influencer route. Counsel Barrett?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think we're all being a little nice. It is cringe. It's awful, but it's kind of not her fault. Like, she was just on a street. Someone did a little street interview with her. It went crazy. She capitalized. You can't blame her for that. Is she prepared to be doing, all of this media and everything? No, she's not. She's just being thrust into this thing. And then she has people like Whitney Cummings who know what they're doing to kind of carry the podcast. Because she's not Howard Stern. She's not Piers Morgan. Like, she doesn't know how to do this. So, like, yeah, you want to give her a little bit of credence because she seems like a nice girl. But is it cringe? Yeah, it's awful. She doesn't have anything to say.
I agree. It is cringe in the sense that she's not bringing anything to the table, for sure.
Side note, as I'm sure we've all thought, like literally nobody knows the guy's name who did the interview with her. Nobody's watching other things from him. I feel bad for that guy. Like, he blew her up, and it's like, well, what about me?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know that guy. I mean, that one clip went nuts.
Yeah.
But, it's tough to carry that on. Like, okay, so you introduced the world to Hawk Tuah. So he will forever be known as the guy who introduced the world to Hawk Tuah girl.
He won't be known.
He won't be known at all. Yeah. Well, that fucking sucks for him. Boo.
Yeah.
I mean, what a talk to a watch parties. So what we've got is people watching it. Go ahead and play the clip, Bailiff. I think people hate Haley Welch because they're inherently jealous of her.
Yeah.
I feel like, honestly, I'm jealous of her. I want to have the third most popular podcast through.
I certainly don't hate her, but I think to Kat's point, it's like, it's that very relatable thing. You're like, oh, I could do this. Like, the biggest YouTubers, they don't necessarily have the most talent, but they have that relatability to them. They're like, oh, this guy could be my friend. I could do this, et cetera, et cetera.
You do it. No, you do it. Hop to. You gotta put fucking emphasis on like to.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost so. This is interesting because what we have is a bunch of guys watching her, exaggeratedly laughing at it. But now we're entering like a post-ironic marketing thing. Is that just by posting how much you hate her, you are doing a great job at promoting her, at like sub-ironically doing it, and you can't buy this kind of publicity. That's got 989,000 likes for people just watching her say Hawk Tuah.
If you play something, if you're out there enough, you will eventually grow on people.
Yeah, and I think what she's doing is she's growing on people because for all the hate that's being shoved at her, at the end of the day, she's an above average attractiveness level white girl who said something dirty. And we all know how well that usually works pretty well for people publicity wise. Jury, do we have any comments or questions?
I just have one quick question. It seems like we're all kind of ripping on her for not having any skills, but does the Call Her Daddy girl have any more skills than her?
No, actually, the Call Her Daddy girl sucks and stole a video from me without crediting me. So I will say straight up, Call Her Daddy is not funny, good, or interesting. So no, it's actually the same thing. Attractive white girls with mid-level talent can just blow up on just about anything. Anyways,
that girl has more to say. She knows how to keep a conversation going. She's been doing it for a little bit longer. He's biased.
I'm biased because she steals content on her Instagram, which is, we'll go over that some other day, but that is very cringe. Stealing content with no credit at all is garbage.
But they're not in the same league.
They're not in the same league. I will say that the girl that you're referencing is a more engaging podcast personality, but at the end of the day, they're both relatively talentless, more, attractive white girls who just kill on that alone. Cam, do we have any questions, concerns, or comments?
Cringe, no. Interesting, also no.
Well, the thing is that not being interesting isn't necessarily, cringe or not cringe. At the end of the day, I think we're all sort of in agreement here. She was thrust into fame by no choice of her own. She's relatable because her talent level is negligible. People raging on her are actually just feeding the machine, and her natural personality will grow on people. I do think this has longevity. I think when you start this big, you're eventually going to fall down, right? She's going to have a big denouement. But when she plateaus, when this all ends for her, she will still have more than me. You know what I mean? Like, she'll still be fine, which is honestly respectable. If you're going to get your 15 minutes of fame, you're going to fucking roll with it. I deem Hawk Tuah girl not cringe.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, there's worse people for this to happen to. She seems like a nice girl.
Honestly, she seems like a nice girl. I can't complain. All right, next up, we've got... I almost don't want Mickey to have the fucking burden of proof for this one because I hate this.
You want me to hold it again?
So much.
Just pass it.
Pass it to.
You
want me to do it? I'll do it twice for you. I love everybody.
Pass it to Sean. We need to change
it
up.
Sean.
This is.
Oh, great.
So the next case is something that I particularly hate. So there is no bias. There is definitely bias here. So we have a gentleman who is moving his hands as if he has some sort of muscular issue.
We don't know he doesn't.
This is rage bait. It's fake.
Does not have, well, it's definitely fake. He definitely does not have a muscular issue. He has various people and actors positioned around the restaurant, and as he makes a mess and spills drinks on him, eventually one of the people will look at him and help. He makes sure to include shots of like contempt from different diners. A man looks at his girlfriend and says, "Oh, don't help him," but at least that's the implication. Bear in mind, there's no dialogue. It's all music. So he stretches this out, acts like he's got a very significant disability, and eventually one of the girls gets up to help him, even though her boyfriend, who's clearly the villain in this scenario, doesn't want to help. So, of course, a woman approaches him, helps him eat, and then the reveal happens where he usually indicates that he doesn't have a disability. And I have a cameraman. Like, I want you to notice, bear in mind that the cameraman must be standing less than 5 fucking feet away. When you look at the angle, there's no way this guy's on like a telescopic lens.
No.
So here's what we've got. Counsel Rae, start with opening statements. Why is this cringe?
There's so many layers of cringe to this. One, this is stressing me out. Yeah, it's obviously rage bait. I mean, it's obviously fake. She poured his orange juice for him. It's just a fake restaurant scene. And then sorry, I'm like very distracted by this video.
It's a very shitty video.
Unfortunate that this exists.
Counsel Barrett, what's your defense against this? Why is this not cringe?
It's clearly not cringe. You guys are assuming he's not disabled. If you look at his haircut, he clearly does it himself with the shakes and everything. He's given himself that fade. You see how it's not perfect, obviously. It's a guy who's just trying to live his life. You guys are just assuming this because you're so incredibly jaded.
Well, it looks like he works out. So what? How he lifts weights like that?
He could lift weights like
it's
that.
Still working, you can still do it. You can absolutely still work out. Oh my
God. But he can't eat?
It is relevant to say, Counsel Barrett, that other videos of his, he does not display any muscular issues.
Well, unfortunately in life, sometimes diagnoses come late. Yeah, his legs aren't shaking. Oh my God. That's, it's its own thing. Okay, it's a bit at the end, but okay. Yeah, no.
Is this in the U.S.?
This is not. I believe this gentleman is Polish.
It's giving.
They did.
That explains it.
Do you want help?
Yeah.
Do you want me to hold that thing? Because I could take either side on this one.
Yeah, let's hear.
All right. We've got a tag team defense.
Yeah,
Mickey Mays, why is this not cringe? Let's fucking go.
Okay. Now you got to take it slightly out of context, right? Mm-hmm. The video by itself, when you look at the details, he's faking an illness. Every single person in the restaurant's an actor. Everybody's in on it, including the wait staff who pretends to not be in on it until the bit's exposed, and so on. But when you take a step back and you understand that most content consumers have limited attention span. Mm-hmm. They're only going to watch a moment of it and move forward. So as a social experiment, it is hoping to ignite enough emotion in the short time that a viewer is going to watch only partial pieces of that video to inspire them to want to be nice to somebody with a disability that they see out in public.
I would argue.
Couldn't agree more.
I would argue that it's not an experiment. You're on prosecution now. I would argue that it's not. I
disagree fully.
It's not an good. It's not an experiment at all because he knows the outcome. It's not an experiment.
No, but to the viewer. So if I'm some kid who's consuming this content and it comes on my feed, hopefully it is pulling on my heartstrings. So
play that one.
So before I even know that it's fake, I'm inspired to want to help somebody that's handicapped.
But the reason why you want to inspire is because you get a gift at the end. Helping people should not result in monetary reward. If you train people from a young age to
No, you're looking at this wrong.
Oh, they should be gifted monetary rewards for helping disabled people.
This guy needs the monetary reward to continue making content, to continue inspiring young people to want to help the handicapped they see in public.
Counsel Bray, do you have any concerns about that?
Although Sean Barrett and Mr. Mickey make good points, we have to get to the core of what we are looking at.
What is that?
And we are seeing a non-disabled person fake a disability.
For awareness. I mean, I'm on the other side now.
I'm gonna need you.
You're too in court now.
Yeah, goddamn.
Didn't you vote Sean White as that one guy, not cringe?
Who the fuck is Shaun White?
Shaun White was the gentleman who dressed up as a disabled person.
No, earlier. It was a perfectly able person.
I think in the context of Halloween, it's different because you can. When I dress up like
depending on the time of year, it's okay to pretend to be handicapped.
If I dress like a vampire on Halloween, nobody's like, "Wow, he's pretending he thinks he's a vampire."
Real quick though, that guy recorded that video on September 10th, knowing that September 11th was the next day. If you look at the upload date,
wow.
So he is looking out for other people because he doesn't want to take away from the people whose lives were lost on September 11th.
Are you on prosecution? Are you still on defense?
I don't know what the fuck is going on with you today, man.
Listen, I just want the right thing to come to.
Yes, the right thing is that faking a disability, although Mickey makes a good point that he's attempting to inspire. What he's actually inspiring is more people to fake disabilities.
Disagree.
Thank you, Judge.
Disagree. Go ahead.
If I watch that video in real life, I'm not watching to the end. How much shaking can I really watch?
So you're counting on people not watching till the end?
Because I think that's what happens. People only watch half a video. So if you only watch half a video, it literally looks like a handicapped man being helped by innocent bystanders. I now feel inspired.
It doesn't look like a handicapped man.
Huh?
He doesn't do a really great job at acting, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a cartoon handicapped man.
You guys sound like if somebody was in a handicapped stall, that you would wait till they came out and said, "What's your disability?"
No. I would watch a video of them pretending to have a disability and know that they're faking it. This is another video of this gentleman pretending he's got a broken leg and then having his actor friends help him up.
At this moment, if the video ends, I feel inspired to help somebody on crutches if they fall.
Crutches is okay. Crutches, sure, whatever. But anyone could break their.
Well, you can't set a line to what disabilities are acceptable and which aren't.
Counsel Mays has made some exceptional points. Jury, what do you think?
This is just insane behavior.
I think it's so inspiring.
God fucking damn it. We've got a hung jury. Paige, I'll never forgive you for that.
What is the disability? Does anyone know what
the disability is?
Does he even know?
Muscular dystrophy or MS.
Disability to get that bread.
His disability is called no imagination fucking osis. Because every single day he fakes a fucking disability, all right? So I don't give a shit what anybody says. Thank you very much for your excellent defense, Mickey. But this guy's one of the cringiest pieces of shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Fucking cringe. And Draco Epta, I hope you translate this. Because I've made fun of you like a dozen times, and I'm not being funny.
God.
I'm not doing homage. Like he showed up in my comment section like twice, like LOL, and I'm like, oh, you again. I'm not being funny. I think you should stop. Anyways, cool. Good work.
Wait, aren't you the guy that opened this court hearing by letting us know that you are a sellout?
Yeah. Oh, I'm super duper corrupt. Cringe Court has never been. Cringe Court is selling out to the highest bidder as soon as we get that fucking lunch.
Yeah, what the fuck do you think's going on here?
Yeah, what the fuck?
But it's the same difference. You're both selling out for the dollar.
I think philosophically, here's the difference: is that I don't pretend to be someone I'm not even for a second.
You're looking like you're a judge.
Order in this fucking court. Okay, he has a good point.
No,
I'm not pretending to be disabled when I'm not.
So it's all about who you pretend to be and what time of year it is?
Correct.
That's
because
ridiculous.
When you pretend to be
standard.
So what's to stop me?
You born a judge?
No.
Yes. No, I was born to judge.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. What do you know what I was born for?
No.
I think
Counsel Rae.
I think Brad is being Brad with a wig on right now. I don't think he's doing anything different.
So let me present the argument. I don't think anybody who watches Cringe Court is like, this man is a real judge. I think when they see that.
To Mickey's point, I don't think that's true because if you only watch half the video, I'm going to assume you're like a Judge Joe Brown type.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but we're actors.
There's no way most people are watching every minute of this episode.
So also dumb. Also dumb.
Nobody argued intelligence.
This is causing
This is causing a lot of problems.
Hey, dog.
But
nobody's arguing
I'm going to settle this right fucking now because we got to get to the next case. But the bottom line is that what Draco Epta does is he wants his audience to think he's disabled for at least the first 5 seconds to get his fucking precious view. It takes no skill to do this. Fuck you. Cringe, I passed my ruling. We can open it up if the comments say so. Good job, Mickey. You had some good points. Nice.
That was nice, dude.
You fucking asshole.
God damn.
I literally tell him, I'm like, I hate this guy a lot. And he's like, I'm going to fuck with you, Brad. Up next on the docket, we've got female rage rituals. Let's roll the clip, bailiff. Oh, my goodness.
It's raging time.
Rage has been demonized and villainized, especially in the feminine. But our sacred rage is what has incited so many movements, created so much change on our planet. It is imperative that we allow ourselves safe spaces to release this fiery, hot emotion from within us so that it can no longer poison or toxify our internal emotional reality. Even though a volcano can be destructive in its eruption, ultimately that is also what creates paradise. We have to give ourselves permission to fully emote, to release that which has remained stuck.
God, it just goes on. So what we just
That's
watched,
6.5 minutes.
What we just watched was a cinematic showing of women hitting the ground with sticks.
Does it escalate at all?
Yeah, they break.
I don't think so. Bailiff, can we find out how much this ritual course is?
Oh, it's a course?
Yeah, so we've got to give the burden of proof to Katie. Katie, you are prosecuting. Stanzi, you're defending.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Careful.
Council Molinaro, tell us why. Let's find out the price of this course first. And let's see if we can get a little bit more information about it.
I was sure this was parody.
Yeah, so this looks like
I thought it
parody.
was like a Funny or Die sketch.
Go ahead. If we can get a price within the next 30 seconds, we'll talk about that. But I'm going to have Council Molinaro talk about why this may be cringe.
The fact that I thought it was a parody video, 100% cringe. Like, what are they thinking? Into witchin'? Into witchin'? Like, these are people who started selling Tupperware online. These are people who had Tupperware parties, and then they were like, hey.
We're not making enough money.
Yeah, what if we sold like femininity to women? Like, who is this woman?
Well, we could find out. Is there Is there like a little about thing? I could swear I saw a woman dressed as a witch.
I don't see any menus.
Ooh, we have some testimonials. I saw.
Yeah,
here we
she
go.
is right there.
Thank God for me.
Living the essence of her teachings, the voice for Mother Nature.
Scroll down a little. Yeah, right there.
Oh, Mia Magic. With a K.
Mia Magic is the headmistress and founder of Witch School, an online school of magical artistry, and she leads retreats worldwide. I do say that's kind of interesting. I think our opinion is a little bit jaded because all we really saw them do was hit the ground with sticks.
That was enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the website alone, this is a woman who was never told no. She took one yoga class and she was like, I'm going to teach now.
Got it.
Yoga's going to be my thing. And then she's like, but I'm going to take it to another level, and that level is cringe.
That's very extreme. Very good opening statement. Council Potenza, what's your defense for your client?
Well, I mean, I think she's done more than just take a yoga class. It seems like she's actually studied a lot of different things, a lot of different, Buddhism and, ceremonial magic, priestess arts. I don't know. I feel like this is fine. Like, you get a bunch of women in the woods and you just let out rage. Like, I kind of like that. I like that you invite women into the woods and they just scream because, I don't know, life is hard as a woman. I want to scream in the woods sometimes too. And I think that's like a healthy way to get rage out, instead of killing your husband.
Instead of killing your husband. We do have.
Instead of driving the car into the lake and then blaming it on, someone else and having to go through a whole thing, you go through Mia Magic.
Council Potenza has a very interesting point because if Mia Magic has prevented one family from being drowned in a bathtub, then all of this cringe may be, if the testimonial says I was just about to drown my children while my husband was at work, but I decided not to thanks to Mia Magic, we might have something. So
you need an outlet.
I mean, you need an outlet.
If she is preventing murder.
I do see both points. Council Bray, what are your concepts?
I just like to place a monetary maximum of $200 per day.
Are we able to load that up?
If it exceeds $200 per day, I think we can start moving into cringe waters.
Got it. So
hotel room, $150, $50 for food, $200. That's where we set the limit. If it's more than $200, we're going to start throwing cringe at them.
I think the prices, are we able to see the prices inside of the comments?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Council Barrett. What are your thoughts? Tell us what you think, Council.
I mean, they're just hitting. You don't need to pay. You just go on a hike. You grab a stick. You can cry on the ground if you want. Like, I don't know what she said to these ladies to make them do this. I don't think it's just the sticks. Maybe she's like, maybe she has I wasn't expecting to defend this. Maybe she has some words of wisdom that connect them with Mother Earth that do something, because there's certainly something to say about getting your feet on the ground and doing something. But I don't know. I personally absolutely hate this. But I don't know what to make of this. This is crazy.
Got it. Yeah, this is very interesting. The marketing material, I feel like, was shot all in the same day with the same group of friends. Counsel has made a very good point there. So, jury, head juror Max.
To me, this feels like the male alpha course for women.
Mm-hmm.
And women trying to do things that men do, that's super cringe.
I'll take the burden of proof back, Katie.
No. Manly stuff. No. I feel like the male courses are like trying to teach men how to be worse. How to be like worse and like get women to like them, and that's bad. Like that's never gonna work. Like this is just like women, they're like, hey, are you angry at life because being a woman is hard?
But are you a woman? So here's a stick instead of a piece of wood.
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it. Like, I think they're showing you the stick part. I think they're showing you the stick part because that's kind of like the thing that's going to get the reaction.
Yeah.
But it seems like this is just like a camping sort of retreat with women.
I don't think that the intent behind it is bad. I don't think like what they're showing for like tapping into like a feminine is bad. I mean more like a scammer sort of like.
Yeah, she's definitely got grifter energy.
Like grifting all these women into thinking like, I'm going to open up your inner priestess. Just like all the scammers that are like, they go to the guys who go like, I'm going to turn you into the most alpha male.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like that. It just seems like, let's get these women together, have a good time, release some of the rage that you're feeling.
We've heard, all right.
It's like a rage room for women only.
Got it. Counsel Bray, do you have a closing statement on this one?
Kind of looks like Hogwarts.
Yeah, it does.
I thank you very much, Jury, for pointing that out. I would just like to say
They keep going back to the sticks.
I think they're doing that on purpose, yeah.
Oh, so do we have a rage bait charge?
I don't know.
No, it's not intentional.
I'd like to raise it to $300 a day.
This has to be over $2,000.
Yeah, there's no way it's $300 a day. It's
no, they're staying in a very nice castle.
These people are paying over $2,000 probably.
Look at those manicured eyebrows.
They are probably anti-vaxxers. They have no friends, and they're QAnon. All of them.
Got it.
I don't think, there's no way a QAnon woman would pay to do something like this.
They're vulnerable. They're sad.
No, they're like, they would look at that witchcraft.
Wait,
they're not involved in that.
Katie, can I get the burden of proof, please? Could we just do a quick Google search on anyone reviewing this, just to see if we could get any sort of testimonial that's
what
not
are the
on
Yelp
our website?
QAnon people are not going to be going anywhere near something that has to do with your chakras.
This is big.
God, $4,500.
How many days is it?
It's 35 days, so I guess your point was correct.
Shut the...
Inside the $4,500 rage retreat. Dude, we got to start one of these
retreat is 35 days?
5 days.
No, I was kidding.
5 days.
5 days. What's the math?
So 5 days, it's $900 a day.
Yeah.
900 a day for 5 days.
900 a day.
That
is
triples
to give you a bunch of sticks. Listen.
But you're staying in a castle.
Staying in a castle.
You're staying in a castle, and like
I could travel Europe for less than that.
But I think that also depends on like what you want to do with your money. It's there, it's just kind of like, this is what I want to do with my money. With my money, I want to buy drugs. With your money, maybe you want to go travel the world.
We've heard a lot of arguments for and against this. We are going to have to defer to jury. Is the jury united in their decision? What do they think?
Can we scroll back up? I don't think we appreciated that line with tits enough.
Yes, they've got lines with tits and sticks
God.
And all sorts of things. Very powerful image. Sacred Rage, the alchemical women's retreat. It does feel like comedy. Counsel Molinaro's point that it seems like satire is very on point. However, jury, are you swayed by any of this information?
I mean, these women seem like they're getting their money's worth.
You believe that $4,500 is a fair price for? Okay, no, this is relevant.
You're gonna stay in a castle.
You get to stay in a castle.
You're gonna stay in a castle.
All right.
You're gonna break some sticks.
You're getting fed. You're getting experiences.
Servants stay in castles.
Joints? Like, that's pretty cool.
Counsel Crandall, do you agree with Dryben?
Absolutely not. It sounds like a hung jury.
God damn it, we got a hung jury. Here's the thing with this, is that it just, like, staying in a castle is cool. Staying in a castle is cool. But I feel like if it feels like most of the experience is the stick thing. It feels like you get there and then they give you a couple sticks.
You didn't even look to see, but here's the thing. Did you look to see, like, we don't know what the package has. Like, we don't know.
Are we able to look at
We're
anything?
making
I
an
like the
assumption.
day schedule.
Yeah, like,
How many sticks?
do they have crazy rules? I need to know that. Like, are they not allowed to drink or
Because we
smoke?
determined a similar course to be not cringe in previous episodes.
Yeah, we saw the man version of this just based on like 4 seconds ago with this lady kind of screaming. Da, 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 da. Maybe this is just me being like misogynistic.
Oh, well, hey, there's a schedule. What does that
I'm a
say?
woman,
That's
I
a little,
hate it.
this text is small. Can you read that?
Bonfire.
So it's 3 days. Is that 3 days only? Okay.
3 days.
Friday, arrive onto land and orient presence, opening circle, container setting, dinner break, invoking the inner fire, a movement journey, optional yet ecstatically recommended, magical workings, lunch break, magical workings, dinner break. I bet magical workings is sticks.
I don't think that's sticks.
That's a whole day of sticks.
And you
write it two You're- on you're Friday? wrong.
Invoking the inner fire is probably sticks.
Well, there's no fire if you're just breaking the sticks.
But you're making tinder for the wood for the fire.
Can we break down the timeline? You arrive at 2 p.m. on Friday and you leave by 2 p.m. on Sunday. That's only 48
Keep going
hours.
down. Maybe there's more. Wait, no, there's not more.
No, you're paying $4,500 for 2 days.
And for free time with the land.
Free time.
That last day is just a wrap up of like, hey, we did all this
Paying
stuff.
for that is like paying
It's 2
for that
days.
because they want it.
Go
That's
back up.
true.
They're allowed to pay for that.
Because they're easily manipulated people who are being controlled by this narcissistic woman
How do
who
we
has
know that?
some sort of control. I read her body
They're all-
language. They're all weak.
self-proclaimed
They're all weak people. She's like,
Hey,
feel
order.
this shit. Hit this thing. They're a bunch of bullshit. She's a charlatan.
That's conjecture.
Hey.
We don't know if they're all weak.
We don't know anything on this show.
Witch.
I know how to-
Yeah, witch.
Salem witch
She
trials.
does call herself a witch.
She calls herself. But you're treating her
Wait a
like
second.
you're like burning her at the stake.
We're not-
Hell yeah,
We're not-
that's what we're doing
to
with the
be.
sticks.
We're not treating her with like anything. She literally calls herself. She says
Into
she
witching.
studies witchcraft.
She did spell it
No,
different,
but
so maybe
yeah,
that means
you're
something else.
treating her like a witch, like she's trying to like manipulate people.
She is. What do you think this course is?
Oh,
Sunday's a wrap up with some.
retreat.
There's not even lunch on Sunday.
Okay, so are all retreats?
Wait, no.
all retreats.
No, not all
then-
retreats are cringe.
This one is.
We've
But
gone
why?
over.
But why is this retreat cringe?
it's
Because
for
she's a
women.
woman.
A weak woman.
Oh God!
Not all
We're
women
getting
are
some
weak.
heavy
This one is.
territory here.
She must have had something really traumatic happen
Now
to her.
listen.
Like-
Thank you, bestie.
Like, did she watch her whole family die?
Did she?
by a stick beating? Yeah. Take the power back.
Anyway, sorry, Judge.
This ad does look pretty well produced. You know, I just
Nah,
can't
the
get over-
highlights are blown out. They don't have an ND filter on this. It's very poor. The shutter speed's too high.
I
It's
don't know what the
garbage.
fuck any of that means.
I can't go out.
John
I
Nunn
can't
knows what I'm
get
talking
over the
about.
amount of sticks. You know, if there were a couple less sticks, I think I'd side with Stanzi on this one, to be honest, because there's honestly nothing wrong with inviting a bunch of your gal pals out.
They're not pals, though.
Spiritual gal pals.
Stop. One more time. Put schedule up on the board. Schedule up on the board right now. Schedule up on the board right now.
It's $4,500 divided by 2.
I
That's the
appreciate you backing me up, but we're not talking about that. Quick math. 9:30 Friday, 7:30 to 9:30 at night. They end at 9:30 at night. The next morning, they begin at 9 a.m. There's an 11 and a half hour drag. And then the next day has another 11 and a half hour drag. That is 23 hours of time that they are not responsible for you out of the 48 hours, which makes it even more of a scam.
Got it. We have a hung jury. We have a number of council members who have debated. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to deem this one, due to the financial nature of this and the preponderance of sticks, because that is way, it does it, $4,500 for that many sticks. Like, I want to see way more sticks. Either way more sticks or way different things on the itinerary. So I'm going to have to just, I love watching this.
Yeah, me too, dude. It's awesome.
Here's what I'll
She
say.
looks naked.
Like, go to a rage room.
When we
What is
saw
this?
the alpha male version of this, we did see things that looked like they had some bit of a budget. You know, we saw obstacle courses.
Yeah.
We saw buildings. We saw like equipment that looked like it cost money to maintain. This unfortunately, due to the easily replenishable and cheap nature of the sticks.
Not one broken stick either.
They make them get their own
I'm
sticks.
so sorry. What's her name again? Mrs. Magic? And also she's a witch, by the way.
Magic.
She studied witchcraft. Witch. She says it herself. Mia Magic sounds like a witch name to me. All right. I'm so sorry, Mia Magic. Unless you revamp your course to include more value and fewer sticks, you are hereby deemed cringe.
I thought you wanted more sticks.
Yeah, no, if $4,500 should get me 3 trucks of sticks. If I
You just said fewer sticks.
well, I am inconsistent.
Boo!
Trucks of sticks.
Look, the thing is, if I'm paying $4,500 to break sticks, I want you to bring lots of sticks.
Yeah, me
3
too.
truckloads is
They probably have
I
to go
just feel
find
like-
a stick
look, I
that
feel like the
speaks to them
value
in the
add-
forest.
You need to figure out if you want more or less sticks.
I want less sticks and more cool experiences. I feel like they focus
You just
too
said
much
you
on-
wanted more sticks.
Well, one or the other. Either sticks as far as the eye can see, or just like one cool obstacle course.
Someone hand me a gun.
Yeah, good. We're gonna end Counsel Potenza here today. We're gonna start today's docket by assigning prosecution to Sean Barrett. Here is the burden of proof.
Thank you, sir.
Now, the defense will be Counsel Bray. We are going to take an email submission from Charles about MisterPissAir. So MisterPissAir, a few days ago, I stumbled across a TikTok page by the name of MisterPissAir, and the username should be a direct takeaway as to what he does. On his TikTok, MisterPissAir primarily does tutorials on how to make specific things, always using piss in one form or another. He's been shown to live in terrible living conditions with full hugs of piss?
Jugs.
With full jugs of piss being littered around. It is unsure if the videos are satire or not, but even if it is, claiming to do something like shower yourself in full gallons of piss is still disgusting. I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty easy case for the prosecution. Let's take a look at the video.
Wait, this is not an airline. Not an airline.
Piss Air is not an airline.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be teaching you how to make piss air. So today we got 1, 2, 3 bottles
God
of piss.
damn it.
So you're gonna need some piss jugs, and so basically the piss air will come up from the bottle and go in the back of the fan, and then the front of the fan will spray air, and then so basically you got some beautiful piss air. It smells good. It's hygienic. Women love it. So get you some piss air. Hey, I love the piss air. Yay!
This apartment, so it's relevant to say so. Counsel, so head juror, please describe what you just saw.
We see a man sitting on the floor of his super clean apartment, and he has bottles of what appears to be urine
Okay.
right in front of him.
Got it. And he's talking about piss air. So opening statement, Counsel Barrett, why is this cringe?
This is cringe because, as the head juror said, which I don't agree with, saying this is a clean apartment, he's got his unmanicured toes on the only real vent in this place, and he is saying, no, the vent with the clean air is not good enough. I'm going to go ahead and put some piss behind this fan and say that the ladies love it. The ladies do not love the smell of piss. As a whole, maybe a certain small, fraction of outliers love the smell of piss and do consider it hygienic, but this is no way to court a woman. This is completely unhygienic, and it's a little bit gross.
Very good.
But yeah, if it works for him, great. But it does not work for the American people.
Now, before Counsel Bray gives defense, Counsel Rae, what do you have to say?
I was just going to say, I noticed if you exit out of this, there's also a shit air tutorial.
Got it.
There.
Shit air tutorial and piss air tutorial.
And he uses his
my
feet.
God.
His feet are featured. Honestly, he's trolling the internet, and it looks like he lives in a pretty low income apartment. And I think if he's making money from these videos, go off, King.
Got it. Counsel Bray, what is your defense?
Begin. All right. I want to go to his main page, open it up, look at stop, go down a little bit. Let's first take a look at what we're viewing here. All of those bottles contain the same color liquid.
Uh-huh.
All right. He's lying.
Got it.
He is making this up. This is a fake video. My client is, for sure, guilty of capital rage baiting. That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
He is not guilty of cringe, but he shall be seen in front of a grand magistrate.
Got it.
This is some serious capital.
I would disagree with that. I would say he's just highly dehydrated based off of his lifestyle and the way he lives.
I'd like a rebuttal on that.
Are you trying to say that if he were using real piss, they would be different amongst the videos, counsel?
I am not sure what everyone is up to in this room, but I will tell you what I am up to. I use the restroom, and the colors have variance. My color, it's all different colors, man. This guy's
Piss
got the
jug
same
voodoo
color.
ritual.
No, so are his. This one is lighter, and then if you go back,
bullshit. I want to see all.
See, look at that one, and
look
then
at
look
all them shits.
Look at that one right there, where it says piss jug workout routine. Notice how the one on the right is much lighter. He was clearly hydrated that day, and the one on the left is much darker, like apple juice.
Bro, he's peeing a lot.
The amount. Pardon me, sir. Please go ahead. No.
Counsel Ryan, go ahead.
I want to address something. You piss in different colors? Are you okay?
I think he's pissing in different hues. Yeah.
I mean,
it's clear. Yes or no?
I piss in different shades of the yellow.
Got it.
Well, clear would be healthy.
Wait,
I'm up to no good, man. Don't call me out like that.
It depends on the time of day.
Look at the volume of piss.
It's not one piss. It's a bunch collected over time.
Counsel Bray is trying to make the point that this is rage bait.
It is script. My client is not guilty of cringe because he is a rage baiter. He is a habitual rage baiter.
He's borderline homeless. He's
Counsel
not,
Jack, what are your thoughts on this? Cringe or not cringe?
I think that if you own cats, I own cats. Those fuckers like to piss.
Of course.
So I can't judge this guy.
Got it.
Sometimes, as much as I clean, sometimes it smells like piss.
Got it.
They're disgusting
And it's
little
cat
abusive
piss.
animals.
Ooh,
Cat
piss sauce.
I love them. So.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Counsel Ray.
What if this guy's plumbing what if he hasn't paid, what if his toilet doesn't work? What if this bit started because he had to actually piss in these jugs? And
so you're saying that he had some pipe issues and this is out of necessity. So we're not debating whether or not this is disgusting. We're debating whether or not this is intentional rage bait.
I mean, it had to have started from necessity, no? Or do you feel like he just...
No, I feel like this is a talentless hack who doesn't know how to do anything better. So one day at the bar, he decided to say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to piss in cups and I'm going to make you guys watch it. And apparently people do. How many followers does this man have, Bailiff? 160,000. Let's take a look at his last couple videos.
161,000.
Yeah, got it. So everything seems to be performing at the several 100,000 view mark, which is pretty good for an account that size. These are good metrics. This guy's getting paid. He's getting paid for showing you his piss or not his piss. Counsel Ryan?
Do you think it's real piss?
I think more research is needed to figure out if it's real piss. I don't think this is real piss. I think anybody coherent enough to run a TikTok account isn't fucked up enough to actually
What about Daniel Larson?
Daniel, who's that?
Oh, what's his name?
Is he a terrorist now, or
no? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Daniel Larson.
Yeah.
No, he's not a terrorist. I think he's in jail. The guy who goes around New York City, there you go, that guy. You haven't seen him?
No, I don't know who that is.
We're gonna have to. We'll sidebar that for another
episode. Is that
episode.
not World of T-Shirts?
Yes, yeah, that's Daniel Larson.
Oh
World of
no, what about him?
Just the coalition of what you said in people being not who they say they are, because that guy.
Counselor, do you want to change this to an insanity plea?
No.
Got it. You believe it's a
no, he is
cogent
of
rage
sound
bait?
mind. He is just.
What about the shit on the wall? You think that's chocolate?
You think that's chocolate?
The spray pattern is
Maybe
very much.
We visit. That is not real fecal matter.
That pattern is. I just started watching Dexter.
The pattern is based upon the footprint, not of the material upon the wall.
It's upon the butt print, and you can see the ridges where it's separated.
Counsel Bray is making an excellent defense
here. I'm
here.
an expert on them cheeks. There ain't no cheeks on that wall.
Well, you don't put your cheeks on the wall. You spray.
You spray it, but I do.
This is all excludable evidence. Your Honor, I would dismiss all what he had to say.
The odds?
He meant to say correlation, not. I forgot. I think
we're a little bit torn on whether or not this is a rage bait situation, whether or not it's full cringe.
Can
jury?
I say something?
Yes, of course.
So I would like to be the devil's advocate here and mention that there is a lot of taboo fetishes that you'll see hidden in plain sight. One of them being pee, another being throwing up. If you look at top 10 most taboo fetishes on Reddit, both of those come up and they rank pretty highly along next to dinosaurs.
Got it. Dinosaurs is a major fetish?
Yes.
Oh, got it. Of
Yes.
course it is.
So I think it may even fall into why is it viral? Because that is
It's fetish
something
content.
people like to watch and it goes viral.
Got it. Oh, this
And
is-
also would like to add when he says it's hygienic, something that crosses my mind a lot, pee is sterile. So it's not the least hygienic thing out there.
Depends on how many times you drink the pee and then make pee again, because this guy's pee is so dark that he may be getting
On
pretty
top-
close to the toxicity
On top 20
level.
fetish searches of America, where's piss? I don't see it.
Damn, you guys had that fucking fast, man. Whoa.
All right, I'll
I didn't
take the
know
burden
that.
of proof.
So, isn't there like a piss drawer girl on TikTok?
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry,
believe
what?
the
What
count-
was that?
Top 10.
I'm ready to make a ruling. I believe
wanted
this
an answer.
is.
One last question.
Go ahead.
Is there a account that does extracurricular activities not allowed on TikTok associated with that man?
Okay, go ahead. Let's look at
doubt
his
it.
profile. I doubt he's trying to plug in OnlyFans, but I feel like Council Bray's got a good point. Council Bray, could we take a look at that original account and see if he has? Go ahead and click on his link. See if he's got like an OnlyFans or
If you
something
want
weird.
to pay for your own video idea,
There's a Cash App.
I don't
Got it.
like the way that looks.
Check it
I'm
out.
gonna ask that to be taken out.
All right, listen up. Due to lack of insufficient evidence, we believe that this is a first-degree rage bait situation. I believe that anybody who clicks like on this, it's sort of on them for being dumbasses. If we're going to be mad at him, we also have to be mad at Jen Mellon for doing a piss drawer skit, which is essentially the same thing. And honestly, I think he's self-aware. I think he's got an apartment or maybe a room in his house that he intentionally makes look like shit because this is what the fucking audience wants, because the audience is full of idiots. Not cringe. He's not hurting anybody except maybe himself and his neighbors, but there's still no proof that this is real. So, piss guy, not cringe.
There's no proof that it's not real.
The thing is that I always have to edge on the side of it being staged in most cases, because the amount of staged videos is rapidly outpaced the number of legitimate videos in the sort of internet world. And like, to be honest with you, this does seem like rage bait. It doesn't seem like a full-on cringe. And yeah, best of luck, MisterPissAir.
I got a message. If you're going to do piss content,
Yeah.
use real piss.
Yeah, use real piss.
I mean, I do think this is real piss, but yeah, I agree nonetheless.
I do think it's real.
I think the problem is there's no proof. There's no proof, and you'd never be able to piss Jello tutorial. I mean, that is funny. Yeah, that's funny.
awesome.
Like, all of this is sort of
That's
funny.
awesome.
For our next case, we've got Rotten Dinner Guy. The prosecutor will be Nick Hammer, and the defense will be Spencer. Counsel Bray, you're up. Mr. Hammer, take the burden of proof.
Oh, boy.
It's about to go down,
I'm prosecuting on this?
Oh,
You are prosecuting. You'll be responsible for an opening statement. We are going to take a look at So you're responsible for an opening statement. Let's roll the fucking clip.
Dear God.
Okay. We are looking at a rice cooker with extremely moldy rice.
I think Sean's getting hungry.
He's pulling it around.
Oh, not the hands.
He's scooping up the mold with his hand. He's scooping gross food.
Oh, he's putting
soap on it.
Cleaning it up.
It's aggravated rage bait.
There you go.
It's got to be rage bait. No, because he eats it at the end. I've seen this.
So he puts it in his mouth. So he's got this gross concoction in his sink.
God, no. Please, God.
That's a bait and switch.
But look at his apartment, though. It's not... Look at how he lives. Look at how he lives.
Cat's clean.
Bad for that cat.
Oh my God.
Okay.
God.
No!
Where was that piece of meat?
All right.
Wow.
He's chilling, dude.
You know, that's cleaner than I thought the pot would be.
Was he speaking Japanese?
He is speaking Japanese.
Why?
Hey, at least he's getting his greens.
No!
At least he's getting his greens.
You can't crumble a green onion like that! I want to go home.
You can if it's old.
Oh my God.
This is gross as fuck.
He's got asbestos hands. That's kind of impressive.
So what we're seeing is this man cook a disgusting concoction
He doesn't deserve that cutting
with
board.
disgusting
Why
ingredients.
does he have such a nice cutting board?
No.
And
No,
he's
I
got
wanna die,
a cat ear filter as he eats it.
No.
Got it. So, Mr. Hammer, could you open up the floor with a statement on why this is cringe?
This is pretty clearly a clear and cut case of absolute cringe, because here we are establishing the narrative that soap is all you need to get mold off of rice and chicken. And what if an aspiring cook out there decides, oh, maybe my ingredients aren't all that old. Maybe I don't need to listen to the expiry date. Maybe this guy in Japan with an iron stomach is living proof that we don't need to be sanitary with the way that we cook or prepare our foods. So if this man influences at least one cook out there to try and scoop the mold off their rice in their rice cooker, I believe that is a clear and cut case for cringe.
Yes, I do see your point. Excellent opening statement. Defense goes to Spencer. Counsel Bray, what do you think?
This is clearly not cringe.
Why?
It's clearly not cringe.
He's assigned defense. Let's hear him
I'm
out.
a very powerful attorney. This is clearly not cringe. This is a extreme felony case, and we will make more. We need more findings. I want you to pull up this thing.
Oh, is that not enough findings, sir?
What do you do? Put an egg in some flour?
Right where he had the duck.
Right where he had the raw duck.
There was a cut. He could have cleaned it, to be fair.
Yep.
Hey, I want to verify. He's eating it himself. He ain't serving this or selling it.
This may be a rage bait. He's trying to reduce the charge to rage bait.
He's not serving it to people.
I'm with you, counsel.
And I want to see his thing. Open up the profile. I want to see all them videos. Oh shit! You do this thing all the fucking time.
He's got so many followers.
This has all been premeditated. This is a premeditation profile. He knows
profile.
He knows what he's doing to the point where he is actively keeping his apartment as dirty as possible for higher retention time. He's putting cute little cat filters on to act as a juxtaposition to the content that he's performing. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is cringe.
These numbers do not lie. The numbers are incredible. Go ahead, Counsel Bray.
I don't know what juxtaposition means, but I will tell you this.
That's canned meat. Do you know how hard it is to make canned meat moldy? Prosecutor, defendant.
Are we 100% sure? Stop making...
Dude, it's literally making me gag.
What happened to you?
It is so
Is it real? I mean, is this real? I don't think this
We don't know.
is real.
There's cuts.
Counsel Bray is trying to make the point that he believes that this is a rage bait
He ain't
situation.
really eating that. Y'all are tripping.
Good opening statement. Counsel Crandall, what are your thoughts?
If it's not cringe, it's the most foul thing I've ever seen.
We don't argue ifs.
Okay, you're right.
Don't argue ifs, yeah.
It's cringe because why would you want to put this out in the world?
Got it.
Like, why would you want to make people feel disgusted like this?
Got it.
And if you're getting views off of it and you're going back to that well just for the shock value, it's cringe.
I can't watch it.
Got it. Counsel Barrett, do you agree?
No, I don't agree.
Got it.
Why would you want to do this? Is
that a brain? It's a full
You're
brain.
acting like people eat brains. It's no different than like a fucking
fuck, man, I can't.
steak or something, right?
I thought you were on my side. What happened?
No, you had a great you had great comments. I agree with you. But why would people do this? For the views. It's like, why would you do rage bait and negativity, anything else? There's cuts. I guarantee you he's not eating any of this stuff. This is probably his studio where he films videos where he's like, all right, okay, we got some spam today. I'm going to open it up a little bit, put it in the fridge that doesn't work, pull it out, replace it with some real shit. I just don't think it's real. Otherwise, yeah, it's disgusting, obviously. But there's cuts. As an editor, I don't think that's real. The brain thing,
Counsel Barrett's got a good point.
It's I think it's rage bait.
Let's bring this to the jury. Miss Potenza, what are your thoughts?
I miss the person I was before I saw any of this. I'm really upset.
Got it. Well, we see where jury's landing. Counsel.
Real quick, he plates really well. Once everything's plated, it looks decent. Maybe not that.
Have you watched Chopped? That is not a good plating.
This should be
I don't
proof
watch Chops.
of it being cringe. Is there's clearly the knowledge to plate up here, and
That
yet
does not look like good plating. The brain is right.
Well, no, everything else was good plating. How do you plate brain?
Don't you talk to me about plating.
Counsel, good work, Counsel.
He gagged
Miss
on that
Molinaro,
one.
what are your
Disgusting.
thoughts?
I'm not trying
I
to eat
just
brain.
want to know when I'm going to get the $40 check in the mail for being on the jury.
Okay. We don't.
You got your mileage.
We
Don't worry about
validate
it.
parking. So Just so you know.
This was upsetting. This
Got
was
it. I feel like the
emotional.
jury is not hung on this one. The jury is not hung. Could I
This
take
is
the
very
burden of proof?
distressful.
Well done, prosecution.
Oh, shit,
Before
top
we do we get our
Keeps
prosecution
going,
here?
It keeps going. It keeps
I have to ask the question. Let me just choke back this vomit real quick. I have to ask the question: is disgusting a qualification of cringe?
Cringe is a very vague term. Essentially, cringe, if you want to simplify it, it's something that should not be. And that by making it not be, we've improved the world.
Gotcha.
If this is truly cringe and should not be, then we will judge it. But it seems like at the end of the day, I followed the verdict of the jury.
I want a closing statement.
Go ahead.
Your closing
Counsel
statement
Bray.
was almost puke behind
Counsel
your
Bray,
chair.
wrap it up.
I need to gather my thoughts for a second.
Oh,
And you're
God,
so
yeah,
wide.
take your time.
Give me a second.
All right, princess.
I had a good one. I'm thinking on the fly. Let me think here for a second.
Oh, God.
Fuck, I almost had something. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I got something good. Give me a sec. Just give me a second. I need to.
You have 4 seconds to gather your thoughts.
Just start talking, see what comes out.
This is real.
3, 2.
I'm beginning. My client is making the videos as public service announcements to the community, as in what not to do with the food in your home. This is to heed warning to protect.
I've stopped looking
public.
at the TV. I can't keep looking at the TV.
And that is all I have to say.
I'm gonna kill you with a gun.
Really quick, that's a good point, because sometimes with parody or satire, you do have to hold the mirror to society and say that this is wrong, and that's what this guy's doing.
I'm going to go in the exact opposite direction here.
That would
I
be
think,
fair.
if anything, he's incentivizing people to really push the limits on what they can achieve with their ingredients.
That is conspiracy.
Order.
Specious.
Overruled.
Look how good he's doing on the cleanup, though.
I am going to make a fucking decision here. I do not want anybody imitating this man. Everything he's doing is disgusting. Although Counsel Bray made an impassioned argument, I'm going to have to judge intentionally making gross food and making that your entire brand as cringe. These videos should stop and everyone's grossed out. Cringe.
God, get it off the TV. Get it off the TV.
There we go. Very good. Very
Raise your
good.
hand.
Yo,
You almost
right.
puked.
Good.
Spencer. We're going to bring that up to a higher court.
Good work.
I'm
Good
with
work.
you.
Oh my God.